106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Welcome to the Goddamn Podcast with Drew and TJ. Let's get this goddamn thing started.
You're goddamn right.
I just want to let you know that 2016's Patreon funds can be PayPal directly.
Yeah, is that how it's gonna work?
Yeah, basically.
We do all the fucking work around here, and you get paid.
1 year patrons for one tweet. It's a good deal. It's tremendous.
It's a terrible deal. You're basically building a wall and making us pay for it.
Yeah, we're not having that bullshit.
I'm a winner.
Quiet again? I'm quiet again? Is it too quiet? I can turn it up.
Turn it on up. Turn it on up.
Turn it up. Let's see.
The Drew side.
Audio's fine here. Okay, I'm gonna turn it back down just a little bit. I don't want it to be too loud. This is one of the things that's a pain in the ass when you're editing all this shit out later.
Trying to equalize all the fucking volumes,
yes,
a bitch.
Dude. Yeah, and the thing is, when we're here in the call, a lot of the times it sounds perfectly even to us because our voices are going through Skype. So yeah. Skype, is having like a different setting or whatever. But when all this shit, like I go to edit it later, and like one of us is like retarded loud. Yeah, it sucks, especially when it's me. I hate that. I hate episodes where I'm too loud because it makes me sound like I'm asshole? Like, hey guys, I won't let you fucking talk because I just blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, fuck, man, damn it. I gotta turn my volume down a little bit.
Oftentimes, Drew gets cut off. Oftentimes I don't even know I'm interrupting Drew because his volume, when he talks and his volume gets cut off and I'm talking and then...
Yeah, I would like to find out exactly how that works because TJ knows this. We used to do this all the time on the Skeptic Fence with Paul.
Dude, Paul, somehow his microphone took over everybody's all the time. If Paul was talking, you couldn't hear anybody else on our side of the call.
You stopped when Paul talked.
Yeah, it was pointless until you fucking finished. And in fact, even when he was like agreeing with you, when he was like, yeah, like it still muted out what you were fucking saying for that period of time.
Yeah.
It was fucking ridiculous.
It's ginger privilege.
But I mean, it's not his fault. It was just, and to this day, it still happens when we have him on the show.
Yeah, and it's
bullshit. It's not his fault. He's a ginger.
Yeah, well, it's ginger privilege. It's total ginger privilege. But the craziest thing about that is like he doesn't know because he's hearing it all, fine and normal. So every time he's just agreeing or disagreeing, saying like no or whatever, every time he's doing that, you stop. I mean, there's not even a little hint of you talking underneath it. It's just like TJ's mouth moving, and all I hear is Paul just like no, I disagree. No.
Yeah, exactly, and it makes it really hard. For your point to come across in those clips when it's just little snippets of you trying to make a point, and all you hear is Paul going, no, or well, maybe, but and I'm like, damn it, man, Paul, you got to mute when you're not talking, because even when you mutter into the microphone. Anyway, but we love the ginger.
To be fair, TJ's points were all bullshit, anyways. But yeah, welcome everybody to the show. We're very glad.
Right now, Paul is being called by the Trump campaign. They want to get a hold of his mic.
Give me that fucking mic.
The magic debate mic.
I do look kind of.
He didn't seem to have a fucking problem just rambling away last night. Anyway, there was a time when they're like, "No, we have to move on." And Trump was like,
"Excuse me."
Fuck it. He just kept on talking anyway. There was a time when I think he said, "All right, 20 seconds or something," and Trump went on for like a minute and 40 seconds, and it was so far off topic. I'm sorry, and by the way, there was big hits on both sides. I thought,
yeah, the second
at the same time, bad, dude, it was some of the shit Trump. I literally. Yeah. I heard a question asked that I was like, I'm curious to what Trump would answer that. And I listened for an answer and I didn't hear it. And he came back to it. He was like, again, the question was, and Trump's just like, whoosh, I was like, oh, you don't want to answer that one.
Yeah, dude. The first half, because I went over to my brother's and watched it. The first half, I thought he did pretty damn good, but the second half, it was like, dude, what are you doing? Stop it! What are you doing?
Yeah, I agree. That seems to be the common analysis, and that's what I thought too. Like, he was going in some good directions during the first half, and
he was hitting
he
her.
went off the rails during the second half.
Yeah,
and then
well,
Hillary got strong.
Yeah, well, I think what happened is, like, dude, like when he was hitting her in the beginning, like he was hitting her good on stuff that was like, yeah, that's what you should be doing. But then it got into like he started chasing rabbits, like every little thing that she would say or that the guy would say or whatever. It's like he felt like he had to give like a 5-minute explanation for like every little thing. Like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? You need to be reminding Americans why they didn't vote her in 8 years ago.
It
why
was
she's
really
fucking horrible. What are you doing?
Some of the cringiest parts for me was he was like repeating himself on points that did not need to even be brought up on the first place, much less repeated upon.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, what are you doing? There's so many better directions you could be going right now.
And he missed so many opportunities to. Dude, they're talking about cybersecurity and like, dude, how the fuck are you not going to bring up the shit that you've said like a million times in your, like he's doing these rallies. I watch all these speeches that he does where he's talking for like a fucking hour or so. And he's like nailing her on this. It's like, dude, that is a softball. There's no excuse for you to.
They were
like, oh my god.
We were all watching it live in the goddamn Skype group, and when as soon as that cyber attack shit came up, I was like, Russia. I typed it in there. I was like, wait for it. Boom, Russia. Yeah. I was like, yes, 10 points. Like it's that shit that those are the fucking talking points you're gonna fucking hear. But one way or another, it wasn't like a big knockout for either one of them.
Yeah,
so on we go. I guess
it should have been, god damn it, but it wasn't. You got to be fair in it for both sides. I mean,
it wasn't
a blowout.
That's the way I am. I fairly don't like either of them. So for me, it's like I'm gonna call each of them out when they're when they do some bullshit, and I'll give them props when they like. I'm the kind of person that I'll give Bill O'Reilly props when he's fucking funny, and he can be, by the way. Bill O'Reilly can be really funny. Watch like some YouTube compilation of Bill O'Reilly actually being fucking funny, and he's not bad.
Hey, here's one thing, because people have asked me kind of my thoughts on like Jon Stewart and stuff. I was like, even when I disagree, and there's a lot of things I disagree with Jon Stewart on, but I always thought Jon Stewart was still like a funny guy.
Oh yeah, now, my dad is like hardcore Republican conservative, and he will watch Jon Stewart and laugh his ass off.
Yeah, but dude, what is the issue with this new guy?
Trevor Noah.
Trevor Noah.
I have yet to see anything that was not. I mean, it's like, dude, why did this guy get? Of all the fucking people they put this guy, that dude is like so not Jon Stewart, and so just not funny at all.
I don't watch it anymore. And now he's had some like funny bits and whatever, but he's no Jon Stewart. He's not even close. I would have taken a half a Jon Stewart over a Trevor Noah, because it's a.
Is that his name, Trevor Noah?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And anyway, it's just not. It's not. And I loved Colbert, and Colbert's still kind of doing his thing with the Tonight Show. Like he's still kind of having fun with it.
I recently discovered a show that I just couldn't help but binge watch, just one after the other, until I was done with them all, on the web, Between the Two Ferns.
Oh yeah.
Those are fucking hilarious.
Zach Galifianakis.
I like the one. God, I like the one from a few years ago where he had Obama on, and Obama is like landing.
He just had Hillary on. Did you see that one?
No, I heard about it. I didn't watch it.
It's good.
The thing is, we can't play any of those because they're Funny or Die, and they are super strict about their copyright shit. So yeah. So well, I mean, maybe for breaks, because we edit the breaks out for YouTube. So that's about the only way we can do it. Anyway, let me get some announcements out of the way, and then we will go on. First, big announcement, people. This is the last show of the month. This will be up on YouTube only for like a couple of days before the end of the month. If you have like been putting off becoming a patron, do it now. The 33 fucking patron shows you're going to get access to, it's coming up real fucking soon. So if you, I don't want to hear about it, that you missed it by a couple days, or, your paycheck or some whatever. I can't help you out. It's happening, and it's happening very fucking soon. So get in on that if you've been wanting to or considering it. Now is the fucking time. Getting like 100 hours worth of fucking material. It's kind of a good deal. Plus, I just got in today in the mail all the shit that I ordered that I'm sending out to all of our fucking $5 and up patrons.
Nice.
That I have an address to send them anything. I've already started putting together. It's like, I think it's pretty badass. I put a lot of time and thought into it, and this is not, it's not going, I'm not charging anybody anything for this. I think it's just a way to show our appreciation for the support that we've been receiving. We love the fuck out of you guys. Quite honestly, we get more money on our Patreon than we probably should, especially at our fucking, like, where we are subscriber wise and view wise and all that shit. But we have really awesome supporters, and we love the fuck out of you guys. And I wanted to show a little bit of appreciation back. So I'm putting together these little packets that everyone is gonna fucking get at the $5 and up level, and that's a lot of fucking people. To be quite honest, it's gonna be like fucking at least 80 people, maybe 85.
And another reason that you want to be a patron is you can win shit like this.
Oh yeah, see?
This that came in today. And actually, I just flipped it open, and this guy looks like Trump. This is like a bizarro, like, redneck if Trump was a plumber.
If instead of giant hair, he had chins. Many chins. The tremendous my chins.
Let's see. Let me read one of these. This is goddamn part 2 of a redneck dictionary. So he's made at least 2 of these things. All right. Cashew. All right. To exchange chips for hard currency. I want to keep gambling, but the manager said, I think we'd better catch you in.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. So this is basically like dark matter humor. Everything is bar worthy.
It's that is pretty bad.
It was published, and they jumped on it. They wanted to publish that right away. And
it's the second one, Dark Matter. What the
nice.
fuck? What is it? What is that? The word for that?
Iraq, Iran.
Okay, let me hear the definition now.
If I had a rack like hers, I'd have ran for Miss Tennessee too.
That one wasn't too bad.
No, not bad.
That one was pretty good. See, beautiful. Worth it right there. Become a patron. Anyway, links are in the chat right now, and will also be in the description of this video when it's up on YouTube. Jump on it now and just do yourself that favor. Otherwise, basically, if you become a patron after this month, you are going to get access to the last 3 patron shows when you become a patron. But that's it. You're going to miss out on the first 30. It's just the way that's the way it is. So don't say I didn't fucking warn you. I've brought it up every show this month. Now, I like to start off by giving something away to our patrons. So, to the first patron that can post a kerm in the chat, or to the first person that writes a kerm in the chat, wins it.
There should be a book of Drew Bonics. I'm working on it. A kerm.
Some monkey fudge?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
I mean, I think Philly technically won because I was looking for a kerm in the chat. Yeah, Philly wins it.
Oh my god.
Well, because I was being slick there.
Jesus. Sorry, Fudge.
Person that writes
Slick.
a kerm in the chat, and there you wrote it, a kerm in the chat.
Oh.
It's not my fault that he was the first one to catch on. Usually that's Angry Pumpkin, to be honest with you. Must be having an off night.
Where is that? Where's the goddamn Jew thing? Somebody's gonna quote me in the chat for saying that.
The goddamn Jew thing. All right. Anyway, Philly, you just won yourself. It's the Bible, based on the movie. This is the book that's based on the movie that's based on the book. It's gonna be a good one.
And if that doesn't save you, nothing will.
For real. It's a companion to the hit TV miniseries, by the way.
Also, you should touch yourself when you read it because it's got ultra sexy Jesus.
Are these not the whitest fucking... Yeah. Oh my god.
The whitest Middle Eastern first century Jews to ever exist. Yeah.
They are so culturally appropriating the fuck out of Jesus.
JC.
He's cool.
Anyway, congratulations, Philly, for your prize there, and thank you for your patronage, man. You're a good guy. We get to meet Philly in DC. Good guy.
Totes.
Like him. Also, as I let Philly know earlier, we do have a Teespring going on right now. The campaign, it's...
Do it again, I'll put it up. If you put the link in the chat here, I'll put it up.
All right. I'm grabbing it right now. There you go.
There we go.
It's in the chat. Drew's going to pull it up. I'll put it in the description of the video on YouTube when it goes up as well. It's good for Philly because he's a big guy and he needs a larger size than I can offer him. So this is one way. I think they go up to 5X, so he's covered.
TJ can't offer him a large enough size.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm not small, but did not damn.
TJ's not big enough. Is basically what I'm hearing.
Philly's big.
mean, it's big enough. It would just say, God damn.
Hey, that's actually a really good idea, man. Stress the point.
Oh yeah, there's the wife beaters too. Don't forget the wife beaters. The goddamn wife beater. Fudge says he's so getting one when he gets paid.
The goddamn wife beater. That is the most white trash thing you could possibly wear.
When I saw that option, I fucking jumped on it, man. I was like, oh yes, I want one of those. Because you're limited to how many different options you can put out there. So I used one of my options on that.
I still haven't tested one out on Mrs. DM. Gotta do that.
I'm telling you. Hey,
a lot of options.
Mrs. DM, she
Goddamn
likes
wife beater.
the goddamn.
I'm telling her right now. Yeah, there it is right there.
Hey, she likes the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, right?
Yeah, she does. How did you know?
Because when we were hanging out, she saw like a Funko Stay Puft thing that she was like, "Oh, Stay Puft." Anyway, because I saw something, maybe I'll grab and send over for her, a little gift for her having to put up with you.
That would be a nice change from Coulter books.
All right, we'll see. I'll look into it.
I was.
You better hope I don't get her a better gift than whatever you give her for Christmas.
Well,
I sent her a picture. Like, I took a picture of the cover of one of those Coulter books and sent it to her while she was at work. And she's like, oh, because seeing Coulter triggers her. And then I get back a picture of Shives. Oh my God, it was fucking, Do
you see
she's
what
like, payback's a bitch.
You see what we're doing to this relationship, Drew?
Yes, I told you a long time ago, man. They're like headed steadily for divorce, and we're like the #1 call. No, but just because you mentioned Shives, I saw something that you had tweeted the other day that I didn't see from about Shives.
Yeah, that asshole is condoning riots now.
Yeah, I saw some crap that was like, oh yeah, God, it was like
TJ's not blocked.
Condemning protesters is like holding down a man who's drowning instead of helping him or some shit.
Well, it's not protesters though; it's rioters.
Exactly, it's people who are fucking like causing harm to others. Using your freedom to protest is one thing. That, as with everything else, every other freedom, it ends where you are harming people. Freedom of speech, it ends where you are causing a harm. And that doesn't mean like when you feel offended. Yeah. That means when you're like yelling fire in a movie theater. Yeah. All freedoms have like that limit. You have the freedom of religion, but you can't enforce and make other people like abide by it. And seem to be able to wrap their head around this shit. Yeah, freedom to protest, sure, just not freedom to like burn shit down when you protest and steal and loot and shit like that, and beat people. Yes,
like I tweeted that, that he condones rioting, presumably ones that don't involve his home or family. Otherwise, there's free shit at Shives' place. And somebody replied to me, When is it okay to spill the blood of tyrants?
Yes.
And I'm like, burning down, black-owned businesses and stealing TVs is not spilling the blood of tyrants. Numbnuts.
Dumbasses.
Yeah, and of course, it was like this anonymous anime fucking icon millennial kid or something, and I'm just in there laughing the whole time. That shit is so common on Twitter, man. And I'm like, dude, how could you seriously, dude? If this was shitloads of white dudes going out and like dragging a black dude through like a parking garage, stripping him naked and kicking the shit out of him, setting shit on fire, busting out windows, doing all that kind of, dude, you would not be supporting that.
The change that the protesters and even rioters or whoever are looking, the change they're looking for, it's not the change that's going to happen. First of all, it's not going to happen quickly. It's certainly not going to happen because you fucking burn some shit or fucking rob some shit. You're only making someone else's argument for them. It makes it so easy. It's the same way that we don't like people who are like too far left because it gives liberals a fucking bad name. And anyone that actually supports like, Black Lives Matters or whatever should fucking totally say, fuck these guys, they're giving our actual cause a bad name. Right. Instead, they fucking tie themselves in with it and try and fucking defend it. It's, I don't know, it's like a new level of pathetic.
And as Monkey Fudge says, it's most of the looters were from out of state. Yeah, so it's not even like that community is like crying out or whatever. It's a bunch of opportunistic assholes swooping in trying to take advantage.
Yeah, it was like 70% of those that were arrested in the riots were from out of town.
Ridiculous. It's looking for trouble.
Yeah, it's
opportunity. Yeah, that kind of shit happens.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, then again, like, depending on the town you're in, you're not necessarily going to have like when you say, hey, we're going to do protests here, you're going to get people from neighboring fucking towns and shit. So right. I mean, but it depends on, I guess, how far they go, and definitely I'm absolutely sure that none of them would want that shit to happen. Like, they wouldn't want their car fucking damaged, they wouldn't want their shit touched at all. They just don't seem to have a grasp of this fucking thing that everyone else seems to understand, like empathy and the golden fucking rule and being able to put yourself in someone else's shoes. They just don't fucking seem to possess that. Then again, I mean, there's a lot of the fucking riot mentality, but Jesus, you've seen the way that some of these people are. I mean, these people, and I mean like that's people that are just like out to do like fucking harm, and you hear the sorry ass excuses they use, and fuck them people, fuck them. And nobody that is trying to excuse like violence and looting and shit like that is gonna get any, like, I'm not gonna look on them favorably for that fucking kind of argument. You're gonna have to do a hell of a fucking job to convince me that there's any fucking need for that or that it helps in any goddamn way.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And I have one announcement.
Go ahead.
Tomorrow night, or late afternoon, early evening, probably, I have a new animation coming out, and I'm particularly proud of this one. Otherwise, I wouldn't even announce it. I would just let it go. But I worked on this one all month, and I'm really pleased with it. It's a serious one, but I don't know. I don't know how it's going to do. Probably not well because I like it so much. But
yeah. Bullshit. Well, here, you know what I'm going to do, Dark Matter? I'm going to go up my pledge to you just before that video comes out.
You know what I'm going to do, Dark Matter? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sit here and watch TJ up his pledge to you,
Drew, that is very, very noble of you. I really appreciate that. And thanks also, Cactopus, by the way.
Don't worry. I'm doing it under the goddamn Patreon. So it's
God damn.
Coming out both of our pockets.
That's cool.
No, but seriously, I saw some of the images you shared to the patrons, which includes myself and Drew, and they look great. And I love that you're, trying new things. And I say go for it. And even if it'll eventually catch on. A lot of your older shit didn't catch on, and now it's being fucking like stolen and shared on Facebook.
Yeah, so I say it all the time on Facebook.
Just give it some time, man. It'll people catch on. And again, thank you for taking the time to consistently be here. I know you're a busy guy, but you have been really fucking awesome being our third wheel and punching bag.
I actually look forward to these nights. I like them. I like doing this.
I'm gonna cry.
So man, it does remind me of like the way it used to be, like old school, just doing a live show and having fun.
Yeah, just shooting the shit, man.
Yeah,
That's what it's all about. We will start with this picture of Angry Pumpkin. This is Pumpkin. He's been hanging out with fucking Scope over in Vegas. This is what these kids.
You fucking all right, Pumpkin. I'm gonna smoke with you.
That's not how you make a jack-o'-lantern, dipshit.
Beautiful.
That is let's see, what's God, I don't think I've ever smoked out of a pumpkin. I've smoked out of a carrot and an apple, a potato.
A carrot.
Oh yeah,
I've seen...
dude. If you get a big fat carrot, right, and you freaking just chop the
Oh yeah, it's probably really easy to
hollow out one thing and then fucking go in from the end. It's like a perfect bowl. Not only that, it's great for your eyesight.
And if the cops pull you over, you can just munch down the paraphernalia real quick.
No, I've seen them. I've smoked out of an apple before. I've seen the apples and oranges and.
You jumped in before I got to put my joke in there, Drew. When the cop walks up to your car and you're finishing the carrot, you can be like, "What's up, cop?"
Oh God.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yep. Let me go ahead and size that one up.
That was bad. God damn. All right, hold on. I kind of deserve this one. I'm not even going to argue. I'm just going to plead guilty. Take the lightest sentence I could take. Maybe have some good behavior.
Let's see. Here's one you're going to like, TJ. There's no sound. It's just a GIF. This is called the attack dog.
What the fuck?
Jesus Christ.
Dude, people are so fucked up. Why take the poor animal away from this fucking stupid woman?
Jesus Christ.
That is so fucked. Man, if I saw that on the street, it would take everything in me not to punch her as I took the fucking leash away from her.
I would name that.
I cannot put up with fucking like watching people abuse animals in front of me. That I've never once put up with that shit in my life.
Oh God.
See, she used the dog as a mace, and she thought when someone told her to mace the other woman, she thought, that she would swing the dog because the dog is a mace. And I would name that dog Mace Windu.
Oh my dude, I heard that. I heard that she learned that move from watching The Hound.
Oh my God! What? Oh, I had to reinstall my fucking XSplit, so I don't have all that shit lined up. God damn it! Hold on. I gotta find more shit. Where did I put all of that?
Oh.
Let's see.
Holy crap!
Yeah, I got. Yeah, it is time to bring out everything. Let's see. All
right. Wait, what's next before we become like get put in lockdown? Solitary confinement.
Let me set this shit up by size. All right. This was pretty good. I had a friend show me this at work today. I thought it was good.
He's written a lot of books about business. They all seem to end at chapter 11.
Dude, I love the Bill Clinton at the very end.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a nice little jab there.
That's good. I
like that kind of stuff.
Let's see. All All right, this is
hilarious.
This is oh god, stop it, please. This this is the goddamn podcast. We're gonna put this up on Teespring. We're making Halloween costumes too, okay? And this is what they're gonna be. This is beautiful.
Yes.
It's like the perfect. Dude, the thing is, this last Halloween I went to a pub crawl in Houston. Dude, this would have been the perfect costume.
Absolutely. Except for nobody would believe that one of those little men could hold Drew on his shoulders.
Come on, little feller, carry me around.
I love costumes like this stuff. I love that if you're drunk as fuck in whatever country they're in, when you try and go into a bar, the only thing they care about is that you leave the alcohol you had in your hands outside, and then you can go drink some more of our alcohol for money.
This is one thing I think, just from my understanding of how a lot of places in Europe do this shit, where they're like public intoxication is like you can walk places and drink. There's a lot more openness for that over there than there is here. I think that would be inside the city. I think that would be a good idea.
Dude, when I was in Stuttgart, which is not even, well, it wasn't that big of a town when I was there. It might have gotten bigger since, but dude, there were so many beer gardens that you didn't even really need to, and they all had like this deal together where, because they were all so close, they had their own glasses, like with their own emblem on them or whatever, and people would leave the glasses at other bars and they would all just collect them and return them to each other.
Yeah.
Like, because that's how you could walk from the backyard of one beer garden into another just like directly. And it was a totally different establishment, but they were just they understood that people were just going to walk around and want to see different shit.
Let's see.
That was a good time in my life.
This dude does not understand the concept of stage diving. Oh, what a dumbass.
Yeah, there have to be people there to catch you, sir. And I noticed one thing about him, Drew. Do you notice?
Don't even. No. There's nothing about this guy whatsoever.
Dude, the first fucking thing I noticed, I was like, wow, there's one bald guy out of this entire group. He's gonna be the guy that fucks up. And lo and behold, and I love how she kind of cheers him on. Yeah, bro, just stand up there. And what are you doing? You just probably just broke a rib.
Yeah, that had to hurt.
If you're gonna do it, you got to do it right, folks.
Jesus Christ! And if you're gonna do it, don't be Drew. I believe that's technically homicide, or at least manslaughter.
Let's see. This is a gift too. I don't know where I found this. This is called the Cock Demon.
What the?
It's. I guess it's from like some like B movie from like the 80s or something.
I have to see that movie. What the fuck? Lisa, look at the screen right now. Watch. It's from some 80s B movie. Doesn't it remind you of having sex with me?
Are we sure?
No.
You're just really quiet. She goes, no.
Oh my God.
Jesus. All right.
I know how to defeat it. Circumcise it.
Let's see. We did the attack dog. The toy smuggler.
This is actually a feel good.
Okay. All right. We'll save it. I'm gonna whoop your ass. It's the black lady and the kid in the back seat.
Oh yeah, this is good.
This is good.
Short.
It's the only thing you want to do all day. Make your mind up. Uh-oh!
Oh, no.
Oh, see his face immediately. He's like,
no.
Oh, that's the I'm
he
about
He forgot who he was doing that to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Dude, I love how instantly he knows he fucked up.
Yeah.
It's the only thing you want to do all day.
Oh, God.
Your mind.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Uh-oh.
I'm gonna whoop your ass.
I believe her, too. I bet
That
she did.
reminds me of a couple days ago. I made the mistake of watching Shive's video early in the morning while my kid was eating breakfast. And when I was done watching it, I was just totally, I was shaking my head, and I just couldn't.
Triggered is the
Yeah,
word.
I was triggered, and I couldn't hold it back, and I just said "fuck off," and I tossed my tablet aside, and my kid, who's 4 years old, he goes, "Fuck off," like perfect inflection, and he kept repeating that. I have to get this kid to school, and he keeps saying "fuck off." Fuck off. So I'm like trying to get him to say other shit. I'm going A, B, C, D, E, F. I'm singing all these other songs because when you sing to him, he usually catches on and starts singing with you. But he just kept saying, fuck off. And we're in the car, we're in the line, in school, waiting to drop him off. And he's in the back going, fuck off.
Thank you,
And I'm like,
Steve.
oh my God, the teachers are going to hear this.
You need to thank Steve Shives for that.
Yeah.
He made this
Thanks.
happen.
Well, I mean, technically, your kid has probably been just yearning to learn those words to say to you over and over and over for since he's been born, really.
Finally, a phrase to
Yeah,
to
he's
voice
like,
my
oh,
discontent with my
that's
dad."
the one, man. Oh, and he stops saying it when he's not around you, but around you, it's the only thing he'll ever want to say for the rest of his life. So,
Well, his teachers didn't say anything like, so I'm grateful for that. You might be right. He might have only been saying it in front of me.
here's what you do if they bring something up. If they're like, your son was saying "fuck off" in class, then you just say something like, "Oh my God, thank God, I was worried because before we took him to school, he was zig heiling, and we could not get him to stop. So fuck off is a big step down. Oh, thank God. All right, have a good day."
Oh,
Like,
God.
whew, that used to be "fuck off, you piece of shit cocksucker." We got it down to "fuck off," so we're good.
You cock
Progress.
guzzling, fucking sperm burping Nazi fuck.
I swear I didn't teach him the sperm burping part. So
He learned that from the goddamn podcast.
Yeah, kids should not be watching this.
No.
This next one is called "She's Down." She said yes. And I just could see from the picture, I was like, why would he name it this? I try to guess sometimes just looking at the image. And then when I saw it, I was like, oh, God, Teach. Not even right.
That's another feel good one.
Oh, is it? Okay, I won't play it. I don't know. I don't watch these.
Well, it's a feel good one, but she is down. I mean,
We'll play it.
she said yes.
We'll play it next. This one's called Hell Nah.
I don't need the music.
is that the building in Dubai?
Oh, that's super tall.
Du- As far as I know, the tallest, or no, that's the second highest building in the world. As far as I know, the tallest one is in
Actually,
Dubai.
hey, can you turn the music on for 1 second? All right. Yeah, I know that was that's DJ Schmitty, man. That guy rocks the shit.
It's like total gay bar music.
Yes.
Oh my God,
Holy shit!
dude, that is nuts.
That's way up there. Oh, and he's gonna go up the crane too. Not good enough. You're up there already, like way too high.
That's what it looks like from a freaking
Oh.
plane.
My God. And you can tell he's not using any kind of fucking safety harness.
harness,
He's
is it?
flying up that bitch.
Wow.
What in the hell is wrong with people? I'm telling you, man, these people are missing like a sensible part of their brain.
Yeah, it's the fear thing. I mean, whereas a lot of other people probably have too much of that.
Dude, but it's
Too scared of all kinds of shit.
but dude, you have to understand like the evolutionary benefit of having that fear. It is totally rational to be afraid of heights.
Not to mention it's a gamble too, because I mean, you can't control if, like, if you pass out, like if something happens to your body that you can't control, and or maybe even have a seizure or anything like that, and you're dead. That's it.
Dude, if one of those grates hasn't been screwed down properly, or if a huge gust of wind comes and shakes that crane around, if a fucking first-time pilot flies into the goddamn building or something, you are fucked. You are oh, no, don't get out of there. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm standing up. This is as high as it goes. That's
Whoa.
You would fall down for a long time.
Do you think I used to think about this when I was younger all the time. Like, let's say you're looking at a fall about like that, all right? Do you think you would probably die of a heart attack before you hit the ground?
No, probably not.
No.
Because even a heart attack usually isn't that instantaneous. It takes like a minute or so to die from a heart attack.
The splat is what's going to actually kill you.
Most likely, yeah. You're gonna be conscious right up until like the last thing your brain can register is probably like maybe 20 or 30 feet above the ground is the last thing you'll actually register before it just lights out.
That's like similar to the height that I jumped at when I was in the Army. It was a
fucking plane, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't do base jumping in the Army, I know.
That's nuts, man.
They do, for a practice before you actually jump out of a plane. You go in and you do a tower jump where your chute is already deployed.
Yeah,
and
I've seen that. By the way, are we doing this fucking this skydiving thing in Georgia with the poisoning the whale guys? I'm doing it. And Drew, I know you're wary because you need 2 parachutes.
No, but my only thing is it depends on how much time we're going to spend there and when, because I plan on sometime this next year going to Europe.
No, that's fine. I honestly, as far as I'm concerned, would 2 nights. We show up, we shoot the shit one night, we do the skydiving the next day, we stay that night and talk story, and then leave the next day.
Wait, so you want to skydive hungover? Because we both know what that means. The 4 of us.
Yeah, dude. Well, I mean, if I wait for a sober moment, I'll never do it.
No. But the thing is, you won't be skydiving sober. You'll be skydiving the next day when you're hungover. Is what it's going to be.
You're saying it like I can't, toke a bowl or something.
As far as I know, in civilian skydiving, your first jump is usually a tandem jump, isn't it?
Exactly.
So the guy's going to look at Drew and it's like, I got to strap this guy to me.
Dude, I'm hoping beyond all hope the guy is like 5'4", right? like 130 pounds. And he straps fucking Drew on the front of him like a giant fucking baby, right?
He might even be okay if the chute doesn't open,
And as they tumble toward Earth, he thinks like his life flashes before his eyes.
What is the weight limit on that? They're saying in the chat. I'm actually kind of curious. I didn't even think about that.
I mean, they drop vehicles. Maybe Drew can get a vehicle chute.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
And also depending on
the idea of them strapping Drew to a supply crate, fucking dropping it with fucking like 3 little parachutes. Oh, it hurts.
Oh god.
Drew would become an actual strap-on.
Oh fuck.
I'm in the as it stands right now. I don't know how much weight TJ has lost since our Vegas trip or whatever. But I'm only like 20 pounds more than TJ now.
Yeah, no, I'm only laughing because of the way I remember Drew. He has lost weight since then, but oh my god, yeah. The idea, like. I was so glad when I first saw Drew in person that I didn't go and totally Jew out and get the compact car for the rental. because I was like, oh man, that would have sucked. Because Neeb was with us too, and we have all our luggage. So I went for the fucking. It was a step above standard or whatever, and we actually got it wasn't that expensive, and we got like a brand new fucking Volvo. It was actually pretty nice, and actually it had just enough room in the back so you could put the guitar case there, so it could slide hit Neeb in the head every time he took a turn, which was wonderful.
Oh, yes.
Cactopus, you've sat in the Lotus. How would Drew fare in there?
Oh no, it's not a question of how Drew would fare. It's a question of how your Lotus would fare.
I've seeing the pictures of him getting in there. I'm like, dude, nah. Because I remember getting into Scope's Camaro, and that was hard enough.
The fucking wonderful memories of Drew on the first night. He's like, well, where can we get some beer? So we go. He's like, "There's Walgreens right over here. All right, well, let's go over there." Scope gives us a ride. Drew somehow squeezes in the back seat, and when we pull into the Walgreens, I get out. I turn around. Drew's fucking on his face with both of his feet still in the Camaro. Because it's honestly, it doesn't look. Yeah, he crawling army style out of there. It doesn't look like that man would come out of there. It's just it defies physics and all human logic.
Mm-hmm.
How did you lose the weight, Drew?
The diet that I do, the ketogenic diet, where
it's rum and cranberry.
Actually, yeah. I mean that too, because I don't drink a lot of beer has so many calories. But just taking your carb intake, I do less than 20 grams of carbs a day, and I've been doing that just in the last couple of months. I've lost about 45 pounds. I mean, just doing that, honestly, I haven't increased any of my like workouts or anything like that. It's just cutting that down. And with ketogenic, what you're doing is it's like 80% fat, like 15% protein and 5% carbs. And like the hardest thing for me is like is having to like up the fat intake of like the fats I was eating instead of carbs, because dude, like I'm like buying like heavy cream, you know, and you whip it yourself and everything. And I'm like having to shovel that down because you have to hit like a certain like fat amount throughout your day or whatever, because it's like trains your body to like burn that instead of carbs and stuff.
It's so fucking such a back-asswards way of thinking. But yeah, like shoveling fat down your fucking throat is gonna make you lose weight. But here's the best part. The mental image of Drew shoveling fucking fat down his fucking throat. The idea of it's almost like that movie, that Stephen King movie, or was it a movie or a novel and a movie? Thinner?
Yeah. I know of it. I never...
Yeah, that's what you're going through, man. No matter how much fat you shovel down your fucking gullet, you keep on losing weight.
It's basically the way that it works is like the first thing that your body wants to burn is carbs. And when you deprive your body of carbs, it goes to fats. And natural fats, they, was it satiate you or whatever? It lasts long. Like your hunger just like drops like tremendously, and it lasts longer, and it's like rocket fuel for your body. That's why when you're eating shit like Whole Foods, like just like the meats and stuff like steak and chicken and all that, has no carbs. So like
can I ask, what do you use your 20 grams of carbs on?
It depends on like on days like today, if I know I'm going to be like drinking, because I'll buy this diet cranberry, and that entire jug of diet cranberry has like 16 carbs in the whole thing. And also I water it down. I'll put I'll put like the ice up to here. Then I'll do like whiskey up to like there. And then I'll do this with like water. And then I'll do the rest with like that diet cranberry. And a lot of times I'll do it like that. But also...
can you do me a favor? Take the lady glasses and put them on yourself. You fucking wussy puss.
Dude, I'm drinking fucking whiskey. What are you talking about?
Watered down ice fucking... Hey, bartender... Can I get a whiskey and cranberry, but can you give me lots on the rocks with water it down? And do you have diet cranberry?
It is diet cranberry too.
Just like the old West.
But what I'm doing is, well, I mean, you could drink.
You could drink that diet shit.
You could drink whiskey. There's no carbs in whiskey. There's no carbs in liquor. So I could drink just straight liquor, but I want it to actually taste decent.
There's sugar in liquor, isn't there?
No, there's not any carbs in it. The way it's like processed and stuff. There's calories in it, but there's not any carbs in liquor.
I'm pretty sure that liquor's not healthy for you.
Look it up. Well, I'm not saying it's healthy, but there's no carbs in it. It's better than beer, dude. Beer has.
I don't know a lot, but I'm pretty sure that you don't go losing a lot. Well, I mean, you could lose a lot, like maybe your house and your job, but not necessarily a lot of weight.
I mean, I would totally recommend it to people, man. I've mentioned to some people, it's just such an easy thing to do because you can still eat like steak and chicken and all that other shit. The only thing you kind of get rid of is your sugars, like bread and pasta and rice and shit like that.
Somebody quoted me, "You fucking wussy puss."
Yeah, I was hoping they would. Because that is weak sauce. Wussy puss.
I was trying to think of something original, and it just didn't work out.
A wussy puss. All right, we have one here because we only have a few minutes left. All right, this is an interview apparently MSNBC did with Gary Johnson. It's really short, and I've titled this one out that was shared on Twitter. It's called "Gary Johnson is Fucking Weird." All right, here we go.
Do you think if you were able to get on the debate stage that you could pull even with Trump and Clinton in these polls?
I do. And it wouldn't have anything to do with my debate performance either. It would just be that people would recognize that there's another choice and that there would be an examination of me and Bill Weld as who we are and what we've done.
All right. So far, I mean, that's like, okay, you know.
It's understandable. I mean,
yeah.
I don't think you're going to pull up even just because they have another choice.
Right. He's wrong about that.
Yeah. That's like saying then how do they fucking get the goddamn nominees for parties in the first place? Like Trump, they didn't pull up all even and shit like that because they were all on the stage.
Right.
And their names were known. That's not how it works.
Okay, so we're half.
I might agree that if he was on the stage and he put Trump to shame and put Hillary to shame at the same time, there is a large base there that doesn't like fucking either of the two candidates, and he could gain some ground there.
All right, but here's where it's gonna get like weird.
And her reaction to this, because I've seen this. This is fucking funny.
All right, here we go.
And not based on that, I think I could stand up there for the whole debate
She's like, good.
and not say anything and emerge as a leader.
He really did that?
It's never happened to me in an interview before, but...
Oh, no,
That's what I'm saying. It's
Gary,
like,
God, you're not a comedian. Take it from me, an expert.
He was doing fine, man.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Look, her
That
immediate
creepy tongue thing.
Yes, her immediate reaction.
He's biting his tongue.
Yeah,
because he doesn't have to say anything.
I know, but it's like so fucking weird, dude. And the way she just kind of pulls back, like, is this happening? Are we really
done? And not based on that, I think I could stand up there for.
Oh God!
It's kind of the same reaction that was had when Hillary did the.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But this thing alone.
Step back.
This thing alone proved him wrong. That he can just do whatever he wants like that, and be okay. Because no, you were not okay after this. This was going around.
You know, the thing is, actually, it's funny because I love Dave Rubin. And Dave Rubin, ended up coming out just like I support Gary Johnson, not because I think he'll win, but I think it'd be good to have like these more ideas and stuff like that. And like the day after Rubin supported Johnson, all this crazy shit started just like flooding out with Gary Johnson, where he's talking about we should do nothing about ISIS, not knowing where Aleppo is, and this, and dude, it's like all these things. You're like, oh God.
Where he's talking about.
That don't worry about global warming because the sun envelop the earth.
Then freaking, it's like Dave Rubin is just like, guys, he's like, I still stand by it just because I think we need more ideas, but it's like, it's one of those things. It's like as soon as he came out and did that, it's just like all this shit just like slammed at once. Like you had never heard anything. I had never even heard anything really bad about Gary Johnson, but it's just like as soon as Rubin endorsed the dude, now all this shit just like.
I hate when shit like that happens. It's happened to me in the past. Keith Olbermann. Like, I used to really enjoy some of the fucking pieces he put together. And you'd go like, oh man, you'd go share it or whatever, show a clip. Is back in the days of YouTube when you could actually do that kind of shit and it wasn't like a big piss party. But like the very next day he would come out with like the dumbest shit, and you're like, oh no, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're like, you're one step forward, two steps back every time. Like, I don't see why people can't. I don't know, just get some fucking momentum and not put their foot in their mouth. Quite honestly, Trump is the worst at that right now, man. Yeah. My dad wants to vote for Trump, right? But he's like, God damn, why is he saying shit like I could shoot someone and I wouldn't lose any fucking voters? He's like, I could shoot someone in the middle of the fucking street.
Well, the thing is with Trump, the reason he puts his foot in his mouth so much is because he is so always like off the cuff, especially before, like when the primaries were going on, especially during all that. Now he's he's
fucking like what a president should be, is just like, well, shoot from the hip.
Well, that's kind of been his thing and stuff. It's like, even if you even saw in the debate last night, even though, I mean, there's times where it doesn't work into his advantage and stuff, and there's times where it makes him look like a dumbass, is because he's rambling off the top of his head. Whereas like with her, she's been doing this shit for so long, she's like super fucking prepared and polished and stuff. But his whole kind of thing is more along the lines of like shooting from the hip. It's like, look, we're keeping it real, that kind of thing. But the thing is that gets him in a lot of trouble, because he'll say some shit that they're just like, oh, like, dude, there's been a lot of those that are just like really close to the line of just being like, dude, what are you doing? Stop.
You just reminded me when you said keeping it real, like Dave Chappelle is like, when keeping it real goes wrong. Yeah, that's what's happening.
I think he could have done better in the debates if he stuck with, like, he did this once in the debates and I thought it was strong. And if he stuck with this, he would have done better. And that is continue to paint Hillary as the career politician and paint himself as the outsider who's different, who's going to shake things up.
Yeah,
if he kept doing that, he would have done better, because people are tired of the politics as usual bullshit.
Yeah, well, and then that's when he was talking about, you know, like Hillary talking about, you know, she has this plan for ISIS and stuff like that, or that, and how to fix like these problems in the inner cities and stuff. He's like, lady, you've been doing this shit for 30 years and you haven't changed anything yet.
But here's the thing, she didn't have fucking complete control over all kinds of shit for 30 years.
But he's talking about the policies that she is supporting are policies that they have been doing. Like most of these major cities, he even said that these cities have been Democrat ran, for some of them for a century. A lot of them for several decades. It's like those kind of policies and stuff. That's what he needs to show. That's what, if he wants to win, that's the shit that he needs to be showing, that those policies have failed those communities.
If they're run by Democrats like fucking Hillary, then it's no wonder they're a complete shit show.
That's the whole point he should be making. And that's what like Dark Matter was saying, and that's the thing he's talking about, is like, you know, you've been doing this for 30 years. Is like, well, and what have you had to show for it? That's a good point for him to hit on, because his entire, like, the biggest part of his appeal is not being in the system.
His what?
Appeal.
So Drew, if you have a headache, right?
Oh God.
And you eat a Tylenol,
you shoot yourself. It's break time. Let's go to break, guys. We will be back. All right, we're back.
No one wants to be the feeder. Show 'em I'm funky. Show 'em I'm white.
What was that? What?
Show 'em I'm white.
Show 'em I'm white.
It doesn't matter.
That's racist.
Right, just beat it.
All right, fellas.
Oh,
ladies and gents, welcome back.
Welcome
back. I was jamming to that too. You know, they just don't make wannabe white pedophile, crazy Peter Pan wannabe dudes anymore like they used to.
That was never proven in the court of law.
Not before he could put himself to sleep forever.
Anyways, we are back, and I guess we're doing the thing, huh? We doing the thing or what?
Thanks, Drew.
Hey, check this out. Actually, I just bought this. My cousin's birthday's coming up. Huh?
Oh, is that the next prize? All right, first person.
Hell no. Isn't that cool?
What the fuck is it?
There's no way you don't know what this is.
I don't know what that is either. That looks like an ancient Arabic Rubik's Cube.
Tell them in the chat. I cannot believe you guys. How do you not know what this is?
Is that what's Pandora's box?
Dude, it's the Hellraiser puzzle box, bro.
Oh,
This is
all
what
right.
this is-
So, dude,
wow.
it's been like 20 years since I watched Hellraiser, so
I've never actually seen Hellraiser.
What? Pinhead, bro.
Yeah, the Cenobites come out of this box. It's a puzzle box. Basically,
That's not a cereal either, Dark Matter. I know you're gonna.
No, I know it was those little pretzel bites that you get at the mall that they cover with cinnamon.
He's like, man, I love that Cinnabite Toast Crunch.
Send that over to me, Joe. I love Cinnabites.
Anyways,
send a spoon too. I need a spoon. All right, let me give something away. First person that can actually put a kerm in the chat. No jokes this time. First person to put a kerm in there. Drew, you're not even going to be quick enough. You can't even bring it up quick enough. It's done. Fudge has already won it. Fudge got in there just in time. Man.
Fudge with the redemption.
So close. All right, Fudge. Well, you just won yourself the Pat Robertson The New Millennium. This is the book that's all about,
is that the
trends
predictions?
will impact yours and your family, or you and your family, by the year 2000. So this is all shit that you're either going to read and you're like, man, Pat was totally right, or you're going to read it and be like, this man has no clue what the fuck he is talking about in any way, shape, or form.
Take a wild guess which conclusion you're going to come to. Oh, Scope is swooping in. Scope, are you swooping?
Oh,
Scope is swooping.
Damn. Brutal.
No way.
I love that he actually did the swoop. Oh, man.
Oh, man, hold on. I got a lot to write down now.
That's beautiful.
Oh, my God.
Jesus. He finally did it. He's like,
it's kind of a relief, though. It's like after the nuclear war, and you survived. It's like the nukes have been launched. It's over now. They're not going to be launched again.
Well, I mean, in a true nuclear war, they would just keep going until they couldn't go anymore. But whatever.
Scope has exhausted his nuclear supply, is what he's saying.
Well, yeah. All right. But it was
beautiful.
This is. Let me write this down. This is mind blowing for me.
You know what I want? You guys that do like the photo editing and shit here in the chat. I want a picture of if you can go find Scope's like face or whatever. I want that on like an eagle's body, and I want it swooping down and picking up that shitty Pat Robertson book.
Going faster than the sound of the barrier.
Breaking the sound of the barrier.
There's the book in case you need a. There you go. Grab a screenshot of the book. From who won the first prize? Was it Philly?
Fudge. Oh, the first one, yeah, the night, yeah, it was.
It's Philly, yeah. All right, so Scope wins the New Millennium, and now I've got to give Fudge a backup prize. I don't necessarily. That doesn't mean I have anything readily available. It just means I'll find you something.
Oh, just really quick. Scope. Would you be if I think I might have some pictures here with you in them. Would you be upset if I did? Because I actually want a picture of you with like on an eagle's body, swooping down.
Wait, I actually think that Scope should be on a falcon's body, because the book is the New Millennium, and I want him to be a Millennium Falcon. Swoop it up.
I'll try to make sure it'll be a flattering one, as if they're not all flattering.
All flattering. Just take the one from the patron show collage. Anyway, Scope, congratulations on your new Pat Robertson book. I'm sure you're gonna enjoy the shit out of it. Fudge, I will let you know what I'm gonna give you, because I also actually owe Philly another prize as well. Didn't realize that the Orbit book was not meant to be given out. Yes, look at that manly man.
Can you hold up the book again? Just make sure they get it. All right. Now, TJ, I want you to. Now, this is going to require some acting here. I want you to act like an eagle Scope is swooping down to pick that book up. Can you do that facial reaction? Beautiful. All right, everybody grab it. All right, sweet. Somebody please make that happen.
Oh, our fucking fans are gonna make that shit happen. Anyway, so congratulations again, Fudge. And Fudge, we appreciate it. Fudge is a long-time patron and put us up in Vegas. Awesome guy. Got to hang out with him again in DC. We look forward to having him, I'm sure, at the next meetup, whenever and wherever the fuck it may be. We have to start kind of trying to put that shit together.
Yep.
I know you want to do Europe, but goddamn, that's expensive.
Yeah, it'd be like I priced it. It's about $4,000 for like 2 weeks.
For one person?
But that's 2 weeks.
That's $4,000.
I haven't.
Okay, you got an extra $4,000?
Quit being such a fucking Jew, TJ.
Dude, I don't even have $4,000 right now. I like, seriously. If you were like, just you got $4,000, let's do it. I'd be like, no, I don't.
Hold on, somebody just sent this in. Does this relate to us in some way that I'm not familiar with?
There's a why dog wonder that is the shill.
Shit. Exclamation point.
Shit. Exclamation, sorry.
I don't get it.
Okay. Great. Who the fuck's into? What the fuck have you been doing with your life, sir?
Jesus.
Okay. Thanks. Anyway, Fudge, I'll let you know what the hell I pick for you. It'll be something good. I'll give you a good consolation prize, sir.
All right. So are we back onto content here?
Yes, I don't think we covered very much.
Yeah, because we got
in the first go round.
Yeah, we got some shit here. We can do. I guess before we get into any sort of like political-esque, or we have quite a bit of social justice warrior stuff. We can go ahead and get into that, or we can try to hit a few other things and then get into that.
A couple of funny ones. Do you have a couple of funny ones before we get to the pain?
The social justice stuff is painful.
It is. We need to, like, get high before we get low.
Oh yeah. This one's good. It's funny, but it kind of goes. It'll kind of boost us into the social justice stuff. All right, this is good. TJ sent this one.
All right, Binky, let's do this. Let's play the facts and opinions
Welcome
game.
to Binky's Facts and Opinions. Do you know the difference between facts and opinions? If I say
Yeah, okay, all right, Binky, let's play your game. Let's play your game, Binky.
This is why is like all of a sudden we're getting all this shit from that Arthur show.
Dude, this is kind of ridiculous though how simple it is, or how complicated it is, depending on how you fucking look at it.
He is standing. Is it a fact or an opinion that he is standing?
I mean, that's a fact. He looks like he's standing up, maybe. Yeah, that's a fact.
It's a fact.
This game's easy, Binky. What are you talking about?
She is a girl. Is it a fact or an opinion that she is a girl?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Look at fucking Binky.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Is it a fact or an opinion, guys? That's a tough one. He never did click a button to find out what the answer was.
I love that it zoomed down on Binky's face or whatever, and he just kind of looks and blinks. Like, this is problematic, bro. I see that shit all the time now. It's hilarious in these memes and stuff. Is like, yeah, it'll be anything like that, and it'll just like, did you just assume my fucking gender?
I think one of the videos we're going to cover later on has a lot to do with that, like how to address me type of shit. It's something that, like, I guess if you have people that you really care about and what they call you, but you cannot expect every stranger to understand that, or be able to just jump on board after hearing you claim that's what you want after the first time hearing it. If someone said you have to call me they, them, their, or whatever, and they told me that, and then they're like, now immediately you have to start doing that. Are you kidding me? It would take me forever to readjust the way that I talk about people.
And also here's the thing, man. Look, no, we're not asking anybody to like pronounce or to refer to us by like these brand new fucking concepts and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's like we're not making up words and shit that we're like, oh, if you don't call us that, you're a fucking bigot. I was like, I'm not pushing that shit on you. Don't push that shit on me. I don't want to hear all this crap. Come on.
I guess my point is that even if you're gonna try and push it on people, you have to be extremely understanding that it's not gonna be something that it's just like atheism. You don't fucking go in to like a group of fucking people start spouting anti-theist or atheist stuff and expect just to like have everyone drop their shit like that. That it's such it's an unreachable fucking goal. And even if you can get them to start to try and want to work with you, you're going about it in such a meaningless way, really.
Well, if they cause language to change, then fine, more power to them. But I don't think language works that way. I think that when you try to force it, it just doesn't happen. But when something catches on, and that's when it happens. When it just happens, when it happens, like
I have the perfect example.
Okay,
gay catching on for changing from happy to homosexual versus bright. The word that you tried to use to describe atheists.
For atheists, yeah. When you try to rebrand, when you try to do that commercialization crap and try to brand certain things, yourself or someone else, a certain way, and you make it a concerted effort, it almost never works. Yeah. But when you don't plan something and it just catches on, like things like that have been spreading like wildfire, like SJW and cuck and regressive, and nobody made a campaign to get those words popular. It just happened.
It's the same for viral videos. Half the viral videos out there weren't meant to be viral in any fucking way.
Well, they just have a natural reaction. They catch on because they make sense or they're entertaining.
And it's weird shit. Like, remember that one kid crying? The black kid with glasses, and he's like, right? That went like super fucking viral.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, you know what we're gonna play before we do these SJW things? I have two of these. My Strange Addiction.
Oh my god!
No.
Okay. I've been missing these so much. Oh, awesome!
All right. So I have two of these set up here. Okay, we can do door number 1 or door number 2. Which do you want?
was it a Strange Addiction last time that made Cactopus almost throw up?
No, that was a hoarding weird thing. I think.
Oh,
it's a lazy.
Was it the one where? The
no, the last one was eating bricks.
Yeah, but the one with the woman keeps her shit in bottles.
It was the pooping one, that the poop hoarder, that got me gagging. I can't. My eyes are watering just thinking about it.
Okay, well I have two here. We can go door number 1 or door number 2.
Let's do 1 and then Since number 2 doesn't sound too appealing to me right now, let's do door number 1.
All right.
My name is Trina, and I live in St. Petersburg, Florida.
That's perfect.
And I'm addicted to coffee enemas.
Coffee enemas.
She puts coffee up her butt.
For the past 2 years, Trina.
Okay, so one night it gets hot and steamy in the bedroom. Husband goes down and he's like, "Oh yeah, is that Kona blend or is it Ethiopian? I can't. Oh, I definitely taste the French vanilla. You've been using creamer."
I see what you mean by hot and steamy too.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Thank you.
The old brown eye.
Hasn't been able to function without her daily coffee enemas. A procedure.
Okay, all right. Hasn't been able to function. That's not a bit of hyperbolic, maybe.
No, well, she literally can't even without her coffee enema, bro.
It's funny that.
Oh, Jama said espresso.
Oh my god.
Jesus
her
Christ.
husband should just try and get her to enjoy tea bags.
We're not having it, TJ. We're not having it.
Tea bags.
Into the colon to clean out the lower intestine. Her addiction is so intense, she does up to 4 every day.
I love the way coffee enemas make me feel. I feel like a sense of euphoria. I absolutely would fall apart without them.
My initial reaction was
at his face, this poor guy. It's like my
She can't.
My wife pours coffee in her ass 4 times a day. People help me, please.
Originally, she had said, "I want it black up my ass," and I said, "What?" And she said, "Coffee, black coffee."
You know what her husband calls doggy style with her? Starbucks.
I'm gonna give it to you, Dark Matter. I'm gonna give it to you. You know what? You're gonna lose the feminist glasses. How about that?
My God, that's disgusting. But I tried.
Yeah, that should be your first thought. I mean, what would ever possess your wife to like pour coffee in her ass? Come on,
technically, she's just dunking her donut.
And now I'm addicted to coffee enemas.
Oh, what? No.
I do not watch this, Drew. Look, he's laying in the bathroom. Because I guess you gotta squirt the coffee out your butt afterwards.
Do not drink the coffee in that house, by the way.
Dude, they're saying it's in the chat. They're saying it's a twist. It is. They Shyamalan this goddamn shit.
Jesus Christ! This is. Wait. Nothing says waking up like Folgers in your butt.
Dude, you know what? There could actually be something to this, because they say if you were to like pretty much like chug alcohol through your ass, you get drunk faster because it bypasses your liver. Do you think maybe the coffee is having like a?
Yeah, probably.
Like they're actually getting a rush from it, maybe.
Yeah, bigger rush.
Now I'm gonna have that fucking. I'm gonna have my own jingle stuck in my head.
Oh no! Free Degen says Crappuccino.
The best part of waking up is Folgers in your butt.
Look at his face.
The Crappuccino. This coffee shit.
Yeah, I did. I've pretty much been like, whatever's going on, I'm doing at least 2 of these
Wait,
a day.
what was he doing with that cigarette?
That wasn't a cigarette.
Is he doing cigarettes up his butt too?
No, that's the end.
Oh, I thought he was putting a cigarette up his butt. It's like, you can't do coffee and cigarettes too.
It's been like, whatever's going on, I'm doing at least 2 of these a day.
It looks like a hookah with a single hose. I guess you could call it a puka.
Oh, stop it.
4 times a day, Mike and Trina fill a bucket with coffee. A hose attached to the bottom delivers the liquid to the lower intestine.
Once it's all prepped and at the right temperature, put the nozzle into your rectum.
Well, at least they lube it.
He looks like he's really enjoying it.
Yes, he does right there.
Oh,
God.
Hold it up in the air.
As they raise the bucket, 32 ounces of coffee fills their colon.
You'll start to...
What is wrong with... Look at that face. Jesus Christ.
Feel pressure growing in your lower intestine. And that's the freaky part.
Oh, God. Dude.
And that face.
That face is really creepy. He's like, oh yeah, there it is.
Him being a ginger just makes it even creepier.
And just lay there and try to relax.
I will listen to music, catch up on TV shows, read, check my email, I'll tweet, I even play Sudoku.
When the timer goes off.
Or Sudoku. Am I right?
All right, I can't just let you continue to get away with these.
Yeah, you want to make just a quick transition from floor to toilet seat as quickly as possible. It's going to come flying out of there like a torrent.
I do think it is just really kind of gross.
Yeah, just a little
Dude,
bit.
they like the feeling of like evacuating their bowels, basically.
With hot coffee.
And I guess coffee is... You guys ever had diarrhea that was basically the consistency of coffee? It's not an enjoyable feeling to like be like, oh, and just like have the Hershey squirts, and these guys are just addicted to it.
Hershey squirts. All right, now it's time for the other one.
Dark matter. What do you think it's going to be?
I can't predict this. This is.
I can see. I know y'all are reading that. Oh,
No, I'm not.
Okay, go ahead. What do you read it? I mean, you can read it.
Okay.
I think I know what TJ is thinking.
See, nobody else can see the description.
Should I read it out loud or no?
Go ahead.
You can.
It tastes like warm milk. That's all it says.
So, what do you think it's going to be?
Oh God.
I knew that was going to be the first thing.
No. I mean, is this something like you can find quite easily on the internet and on the right sites? Or?
I mean, yeah, well, I mean, you could find it quite easily, pretty much anywhere.
I'll tell you what. Can someone just Google with the safe search off? It tastes like warm milk. Real quick, and see what comes up.
Yeah, they're saying in the chat, semen.
Hold on, let me do it real quick. Oh, it's a dark matter video. First result.
My name is Heather. I'm 43, mom of 2 beautiful children, and I'm addicted to drinking paint. As it's going down your throat, it feels very nice.
No, what? Look at her eye twitching.
Nice and warm, almost like a thicker version of warm milk, but obviously it's got that very strong chemical taste to it.
Yeah, the shit that's like probably rotting away your insides, you crazy bitch.
You know what? I've just figured out how to save a fortune. I get the broad that eats bricks together with the broad that eats paint and just get them to barf me up a house.
Oh.
Now, are we sure that it's paint and not some like bonus bucket shit she got from Jim Baker?
It's got the same consistency.
Did she just buy one of those and she thinks it's paint?
Please tell me it's water-based, water-soluble paint and not...
No, it's lead-based, man.
It's totally.
To me.
3 gallons of paint since her addiction began.
When you get the marker, you need to shake it up, obviously. It's like your standard paint. You can already see that there is some white paint around the edge. So I'll put that into my mouth and suck the excess off, take that off. And now you have what I drink.
Oh, God. Why?
This is so weird.
People are strange.
Oh, this is...
I wonder if she has preferences like Glidden or Bear or...
This... I don't know how to react. I don't know whether to laugh or to cry, Lon.
It looks like she's smoking something from like at this
Drew
point.
didn't even catch that awesome fucking joke. Come on, Drew. Laugh or cry, Lon.
Wait, is that what you want from me? You want to like just a sigh? You want my faith in humanity to drop even lower? Is that what you want?
Obviously, it's not something that I can do in front of my children. My children have seen it on my teeth or on my mouth or smelled it on my breath, but no one knows that I drink paint.
Nobody except for fucking Sherman Williams. Goddamn, Sherman sees their stock going up. Is fucking, oh my, what?
Look.
I wonder if she's got a favorite color, like to consume. Like that one lady was like, no, it's got to be clean linen air freshener that I fucking pour over ice.
Oh,
she seems to like the white paint. 6 lethal chemicals, including xylene.
I mean, you have to know that there's lethal chemicals in it, but it's the same thing with that fucking spray that bitch did over her ice.
I mean, technically, people know that there's deadly stuff. Like cigarettes are deadly, and they still smoke. I'm one of them. All right.
Yeah,
so, but at the same time, like cigarettes are meant to be consumed, and what the damage they do takes a long time to occur for most people. For some people, it actually can be pretty quick.
Right, but I mean, like nicotine. There's a thing about when you smoke, like the nicotine, like you're getting like a necessary benefit from nicotine. This is like And also that there's also like the social norms of smoking cigarettes. It makes it a lot more acceptable to see someone smoking a cigarette than to see someone eat paint. I mean, there's all those little factors, dude. I mean, if I see someone smoking a cigarette, I'm just like, okay, they're smoking a cigarette. If I see someone eating paint, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Stop it.
Ugh.
Can cause immediate pulmonary bleeding, seizures, and even death.
Ugh.
You know, you could actually make a fortune by killing her. If you just shot her with a shotgun in front of a canvas, you'd have an instant Jackson Pollock.
Oh. All right, hold on. I gotta.
Technically, it could be good for her because it's probably raising her white cells. Her white cell count is through the roof. I don't even know if it's a good thing.
Stephanie and I are best friends. Today I'm going to admit my addiction to drinking paint to Stephanie.
You know what? Judging by how fat she is, she could be drinking some more thinner.
Oh my God!
Jesus Christ!
Yes, that's the quality we're looking for here.
Oh my
Stick
God.
with that kind of shit, Dark Matter. That was absolutely goddamn epic. Thank you. You just made my night right there.
Well
I'm gonna rewatch this episode just for that fucking joke. Fucking
It's
love
something
it.
that's out of the ordinary, so I'm a little shaky right now. I brought you here.
Yeah, they're right. They're right. I'm gonna take
A little shaky, like maybe a spray paint can. Hey.
when she does jumping jacks, she makes the spray can noise.
Because I want to tell you something. Because it's something that's unusual. I am addicted to drinking paint.
Paint.
Out of paint markers.
And you brought a camera crew out here to tell me this. I'm starting to question my thought processes when I decided to make you a close friend of mine.
Did you see the brand of watch she was wearing? Did you see it? I think it was a Swatch.
Wow.
It's been doing it for.
You're dipping too deep.
All right.
Dude, you people are fucking horrible. Stop it.
For about 2.5 years.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So how much are you drinking a day, an hour, a week?
A marker a day, sometimes.
Oh, Scope. Don't judge her addiction with a broad brush.
Really?
You guys just start paying attention to the bigger picture that she's painting.
Have you thought about?
You think bad of me? Do you have any white paint at your house?
You see her like she's over there like fucking licking the walls and shit.
Can you drop me off at Home Depot?
I know.
So I got your lab results back, and your kidney function is a little bit abnormal. The paint in the lungs can cause pulmonary hemorrhage.
Jesus, her accent does not help her credibility as a doctor, does it?
It's Midwestern pulmonary hemorrhage. All right.
Oh, she sounds like somebody that would be at one of my family reunions. Like, I just don't buy the doctor thing. It's all bad. I will tell you
So
that
your
much.
girlfriend. She sounds like your girlfriend.
It's my ex-wife, TJ. Stop it.
And can cause death.
Well, I'm ready. I'm ready to do this because I will quit. I will. I have to.
When she's like, it can cause death, and the woman's like, I'm ready. I was like, oh damn, she's ready to quit. Okay, never mind.
Has been paint free.
Her kidney function has returned to normal.
And when it doesn't have to process fucking paint.
It's amazing how your body works when you don't fucking ingest paint. Good God.
All right, let's easel out of that video.
Easel.
and jump into some new territory.
All right.
That I don't know. That I just don't think that video was very palatable.
Oh, this is actually perfect. Speaking of paint, jumping into the social justice warrior shit.
A long motherfucking time. I ain't lying. I am not lying.
Whoa. What the?
She's also consuming white paint.
Yeah, she's embracing white paint.
Slightly different way.
Saving my life.
Can we show this?
She's not totally naked, is she?
I mean, she's pretty
It
naked.
seems like it.
She's just got paint on.
Well, she's got paint on, so I guess it's not technically. I don't know. Do I need to put like a black bar in front of her or something?
Whoa, why is it got to be black, bro?
All right, yeah. Let's try.
Just it doesn't have to be. No, well, she's not gonna stay in the same. Yeah, that'll work.
My life. Yes, God, it is, honey. You know what? The Lord woke me up and sent me this sign.
The box actually makes it a little more fun.
Home Depot.
I can tell what you're doing with that, bro.
She was a really bad censor.
Just white. Now see, all you niggas, if you want to survive, I'm going to keep saying it.
By the way, this is really bad for you. It doesn't allow your skin to breathe, and you can actually die if you don't leave like an area, a patch of open skin, a large patch of open skin.
Is it true? I thought that was
Yeah.
I thought that was
if
a myth.
if you totally cover yourself in fucking paint or anything like that, it doesn't allow your fucking skin to breathe, and you'll actually overheat.
What? Who you'll live a long time, right? Hold up.
Totally true, James Griffin. You shut the fuck up.
Brown on me. Nothing.
Jesus Christ, lady.
Brown on
I honestly did not even realize she was naked in this.
Police ain't gonna kill me, goddamn.
Is that the point she's trying to make?
Yeah, she's painting herself white, so you know this came out right after the Charlotte thing started.
You know what? White people aren't really white. I mean, come on.
No idea what you're talking about.
What, hon? No, look, this lady is painting herself white so that the cops don't shoot her.
Take the censor away and say he's looking at weird porn.
Miss Dark Matter, make him stop, please.
Yeah. But why don't we just put a picture of Dark Matter's face instead of the black box?
All right, hold on. Let me pull
Use
up.
his bald head to cover all this up.
Hold on. Where?
So, do you think it's appropriate that this woman who is sensitive about her race should be covered with a bald white man?
I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hell no. Help me out if y'all see any nigga spots on me. Let me know so I can get rid of all the
Oh
niggas.
no.
And bring in the white. Ooh, let me get right.
Jesus. Yeah, I mean this goes on. Basically, she paints herself white so she doesn't get shot by cops.
Can you make that smaller and then actually can you make one for each nipple? Like a Dark Matter like G-string bikini going on. And then use that as a thumbnail. Fuck it.
She can't be washing all that down her drain. That's not good.
I'm gonna try to go with TJ's idea here. Hold on.
Yeah, you're gonna need a third.
All of a sudden, the podcast got way better.
Yeah. I like how Drew's trying to do this. And wait. And smaller. And smaller. Oh, this is actually pretty fucking entertaining right here.
It's not as easy as it looks.
And Right.
That is the podcast in a nutshell right there. That's awesome.
But we all have to do this now. There you go. Have fun.
Jesus. All right, we had more because we're dipping into the SJW segment.
Oh goodness. Oh goodness.
Let's see. We did the uh-ohs. Here we go. Oh, dude, this one is so bad. So bad.
We only have 15 minutes, so is 15 minutes bad, or is it like half an hour bad?
Well, the video itself is 3.5 minutes.
Let's see if we can do it.
Snowflake mentality is one that reserves to trigger warnings, safe spaces, things of that
This
nature.
turns into an utter clusterfuck of oppression Olympics like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, this is insane.
This is bad.
Oh, we have a picture of Scope with the Falcon. Do we? Oh, it's Scope riding a Falcon. That is awesome. Well done. Well done. Let me save this. Yeah, I was wondering where the hell you guys were on this. I'm still waiting for Scope, his head on the Falcon's body. There we go. Scope riding the Falcon. Very nice. Very nice.
What the thing I like about this video is that they're bitching at him because they're like, since he's white, everyone has to be nice to him and treat him well by default. But the whole class is like collectively treating him like utter shit.
Because
it's like they have zero self-awareness.
Freedom of thought, and we believe that you should be able to voice your opinion without being shut down by the other side, like we've seen at campuses.
My family has not amassed enough wealth since they came out of chattel slavery.
Okay, notice that's the answer she gave to a guy talking about having opinions not be shut down.
Yeah.
She immediately goes to chattel slavery.
Yeah.
This mega land whale is upset about people expressing their opinions, so she goes immediately to chattel slavery. Like she knows all about chattel slavery.
Yeah, well, it's also how the way this works is like I mean, this obviously is not like a straight out of Africa girl. She's obviously got like some white in her somewhere. It would look like from her skin tone and all that. But the thing is, it's the collectivist mindset of like, because you're white, your ancestors owned slaves, and even if that were necessarily the case, that has nothing to do with him because he has never owned a slave. These other people that are there sitting at the table with you have never owned slaves. So why the fuck are we talking about slavery?
And by the way, it's what's disheartening about the whole thing is that they're using their freedom of speech, right? That is like given to everybody in order to try and have their freedom, have their cake and eat it too, like and not let anyone else. You can't have your fucking say. I've got to shut you down. Whereas freedom of speech is what gives me the right to shut you down. No, that's not the way it works.
Mm-hmm.
Really, Rock? Are you saying Nigglypuff?
Yeah.
He's probably saying stream uply puff.
Oh yeah, because they banned that.
Stream uply puff. That's what he's saying, I'm sure.
I pay for my education, so I go into debt, and I graduate with a huge amount of debt when my white counterparts do not.
Since when?
And that's I think there's a lady at the end of the table here, if I remember right, that she calls that out. She's like, "What are you talking about? There's shitloads of white people that graduate college with debt."
White people go into debt too. It's not just
Yeah, white people are not immune from debt. Like,
There's a certain group of people who think that being white is like being in some kind of rich people club, like being in the clubhouse, like you get all these benefits and stuff and that they don't get. That's bullshit.
Yeah. I guess
all you get is a Lotus. That's it. It's nothing really.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even, like a Lamborghini.
Like, that's what I gotta deal with going to class as a black female at the University of Kansas. I gotta deal with walking by a white man.
You got to deal with walking by a white man?
What about the white guys on the campus that have to deal with walking by like an uptight fucking black bitch
like a land whale that probably stinks because she can't reach all of her crevices.
Yeah. I mean, do they get a right to bitch about that? That's retarded. I have to walk by white people. That is your complaint. That's what I'm saying. You have absolutely no concept of how fucking good you have it. Because you could be in all these different places all around the world that actually have it bad. And I mean, there are situations where black people get the short end of the stick and stuff like that, but on like a systemic level, on like I'm at this college and I have to look at white people and stuff like that. Dude, if that is
the
your
fact that her mind would even go there, is insane to me.
It's just, like I watch all these and I'm just like, God damn it! And the thing that pisses me off almost just as bad is how much patience everyone else seems to have for this. It is so fucking nonsensical.
Well, people don't want to be called racist. I mean, it's not racist to dislike this woman for the shit she's saying. There's perfectly reasonable black people.
The shit she's saying is fucking racist.
Yeah. I'm not like extrapolating her views onto all black people. I'm saying her. She's responsible for the bullshit coming out of her mouth. Yes. She's the one who's fucked up.
But this is the thing that we're talking about. This is, I think, the point TJ's getting at. Dude, if I was to sit there and say I have to look at black people while I'm at this college, dude, that's fucking racist as shit, dude. What the hell?
I've always, before this whole fucking like SJW fucking split happened, and it became like a big thing, I've always made the fucking argument, there is no such thing as reverse racism. There's only fucking racism. If it's not reverse racism, because that's saying like it's implying that there's like a systemic fucking huge amount of racism applied on everybody everywhere, because systemic means there's like no exceptions really, but there are tons of exceptions. If you point out, if you point out that like NFL, NBA, the Major League Baseball, all that is like huge amount of majority of like black and Hispanic and all that. The retort you get is, oh yeah, but the owners are white.
Yeah, I just did a video on this like last week. It was it's like in the NFL, it's like 69% of the athletes are black. And that's one of the things I said. I was like, dude, who cares? If they're the better athletes and they were better to get that position, they deserve the position.
And they are most of the time.
Yes.
I mean,
and there's no problem with that at all. But dude, it was AJ Plus is the channel that ended up putting that on. But they were even saying like this is progress, that they considered that progress that has been made in the sport. And I agree. It's progress in the sense that if they were right for the job and they were the better athletes to do it, they should have it. But AJ Plus takes that and goes directly backwards with it, whereas the majority of coaches are white. And they see that as a sign of we still have way more progress to go. Well, why? Maybe the white dudes were the better coaches.
There's no law or ongoing thing where they're like, we won't even consider someone because of their race or whatever. What's funny is they're like, there's not enough black coaches. Where are the Asian coaches? Where are the Hispanic coaches?
Yeah,
I don't see any of them in the NFL.
And as far as
not a word is said.
As far as being an owner, that's not some job position that you apply for, right? I mean, you're the one who decides whether or not you want to buy a fucking sports team.
Dude, that is the best thing ever. Thank you, Neo Sabella. Yes.
Nice.
Like, what is AJ Plus going to suggest for like more black or people of color sports teams owners? Like, hey, rich people of color, go out and buy more sports teams.
Yeah, well, it's also this idea that you would expect in a free market or whatever, that you would expect there to be an even number of every demographic represented in every industry and in every field. You just won't. As long as people have the choice to go into what they want to, this is the reason that the wage gap thing. Women aren't earning as much as guys because women typically go into different fields than the guys do.
It's like, look, if you flip a coin, it's got a 50-50 chance of being heads or tails, right? But if you flip it 20 times, there's very rarely is it going to be 10 and 10.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's just not the way shit works. That's not the way the reality works.
Yeah.
To try and force it to be 10 heads and 10 tails every time is to drive your fucking self insane.
Yeah, that's why the end game of what a lot of these things would be. That's why they call it cultural Marxism, is because, dude, unless you're imposing like a communistic system where we have these quotas and it's going to be this every time, that's the only way you could ever possibly get that. And why would you even want that? You want the freedom of choice. You want, people going into industries that they want to go into. I mean, you want that all around. I mean, you have to look at white people while you're on campus, or you have to look at black people while you're on campus. It doesn't work like that, dude. It's just go into the fields that you want to go into.
Yeah, it's like in communism, they assign you a job, right?
Yeah, the state takes away the means of production and they assign you.
I have done my research.
What was that?
Sorry, I was.
I don't know who it was, but somebody's done their research.
Yeah, done my research.
I've done my research. You're fucking old. Old. You're fucking a white male. Yes. In America. Yes.
Sorry.
A white male.
That guy wasn't completely woke, or he would have known not to be an ageist.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Only half woke.
You're old. You're old. Sounds
what is half woke? Groggy?
Yeah. Kind of. Yeah, I guess that's what you call it.
Half woke is in need of a coffee enema.
For a day.
Space sticker? Yeah, we share space. So regardless if you guys think that freedom of speech allows you to spew hatred, it isn't allowed.
Well, okay, there's several things wrong with that. First off, at least maybe it was cut out of that, but I can tell by their body language, everyone else here, and how overwhelmingly and it actually bothers me how over tolerant they're being to this bullshit, that they're not spreading actual hate speech. But by the way, free speech does guarantee you a right to hate speech.
Yeah.
Not only that, she's the only one in here that's had anything fucking hateful to say so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That they're like way too calm with this.
That's what I would be. I'd be like, hey, you're being hateful right now. So can we take away your freedom of speech right now, please?
Right. Hold on. Dio just
shut up, white man.
Yes.
White boy. Whitey.
All right.
Oh, motherfucker, you white supremacist sack of shit. Stop using your white privilege.
Hold on.
How come nobody's using the one where TJ's scared?
Jump the fuck back in the Lotus.
Yeah, you ought to be using the one where TJ's scared, but this is still really good. Okay, and this one, Scope has picked up the book. Scope.
All right, so we're getting there.
Yeah.
Do you guys need me to be scared one more time just so you can grab that and just throw it in on top of that?
Well, my face in that looks like I'm scared. Like I'm like, whoa.
You can jump in on it too, because they're gonna screen grab this and then just superimpose the back.
Go for it. Go for it.
I look really problematic in this.
Perfect. Make it happen, folks.
Matter of fact, since you look things up, Title IX is probably pretty key for y'all to look up. My pronouns are they.
Oh, God.
What did she say?
My pronouns are they.
Oh, no.
And here comes some more fun stuff.
They.
So from now on, when you refer to them, use they, them, their, because we've shown you the respect to refer to you by your name. So from now on, you will refer to them as they, because that is the appropriate thing to do when you are above the age of fucking 12.
Hey, and you can stand there and smirk, we can take it from you. That's what y'all failing to realize. People of color, marginalized identity.
God, I hate this woman.
We can take it, huh? It looks like you're able to take it just fine, huh?
She's like, you sit there and smirk at us. We can take it. We can take it. I'm not gonna freak out. I'm not gonna do what everyone thinks I'm gonna do. Not gonna freak out.
Oh, I remember that used to be your promo thing
for the live videos. Like when I did live shows, I would put that up. I'm not gonna do what everyone thinks I'm gonna do. All right, I'm not gonna freak out.
I love it. He's just like, all I want to know who's coming with
who's coming with me, and then the link to the fucking
beautiful.
That was pretty good.
We can take it from you. That's what y'all thinking. See, that's privilege.
See, I don't. That's another thing too. Is that's what y'all thinking? That's what half of their complaints are based on, if not 75%. It's bitching about what you think other people are thinking. Like, you don't know the reasons people do the shit they do if they don't tell you, or if there's not good enough context. If it's like when a white cop kills a black man, it's immediately racism. Like, they don't. It might not have been. That the white cop might not have been thinking about race at all. You don't know that. But you're putting that in. You're assuming what his mindset was. You're just assuming it right off the bat.
Right, and I mean, we actually have a very fresh example of that. These riots in Charlotte were because of that. That nobody waited for the facts. And by the way, the facts did come out, and the dude had a gun, but nobody waited for that. These people were burning down a fucking city and assaulting people and knocking out reporters and dragging reporters. And dragging reporters on top of
live.
You better live.
You better live.
You better, dude. Wasn't that crazy? Like, her reaction is like, dude, your old man just got shot.
Yeah, she was
4 times by the cops, and she's like, he better live.
Yeah, I mean, if I saw my spouse get shot by the cops, there's no way I would be able to maintain composure like that.
But have you seen the stuff that has come out, and just I think like today or yesterday about that is about how she had filed a restraining order because he threatened to shoot her.
Oh,
like
so their relationship was fucked. Yeah. She probably didn't even.
And apparently he had hit one of their kids, and there was
so that's why she wasn't too upset about his ass getting shot.
Yeah, well, and apparently
he had a TBI, like, right?
That's I don't know. That's what she said. I don't know, but the stuff that has come out at least so far today that I've heard, I haven't like super like looked into. I just have seen it. Is like there was a restraining order, at least in the recent past. That gun that was found on him was stolen. I mean, there's a lot of shit, but this is the thing, man. It's like nobody fucking waited, and I'll say this, like the debates happened yesterday. Hillary Clinton didn't fucking wait, and this is one of the things is she had jumped on Trump when this New York City thing happened with the bomb, and it's like, you're supposed to wait till we have all the information and stuff like that. Even though she said bombing, and then like the news took it out of her transcripts and stuff like that. They actually edited her transcripts or whatever. But that happened, and then they were like, they jumped on him about, you called it a bomb, and we didn't know for sure it was a bomb and all that kind of shit. But the day of this shooting, when the Charlotte riots happened, she said she tweeted that out. That was like another one. It's like, we have to stop this injustice going on for like black communities and shit.
Immediately jumping on that narrative and putting that out there and spreading that out there can spill blood. That can put blood on your hands when you put that shit out there.
Do you think Hillary actually runs her Twitter and shit?
Well, with some of them, with that one she did. The ones that she actually tweets out have like the slash and it says H. Those are the ones that she actually does, and that one did.
I'm just now starting on the Twitter.
Well, most of them she doesn't, but the ones that, and a lot of these bigger pages will do that. Trump actually runs his.
I will put this out there. They.
But yeah, if it has like the slash and it has an H, that's one she actually personally tweeted.
I think maybe like it doesn't seem like they attempt non-lethal shit very often anymore. It's like it's not even really considered most of the time. And for me, that's where I'm at. I'm more of like, other places do this with a much lower fucking like kill ratio. Like, the cops don't kill nearly as many people.
Yeah, but also people don't kill nearly as many cops, though. I mean, it's like the people don't have.
Cops, deaths have been steadily going down. and that's great.
Yeah, but I mean, compared to what they
I'm not
are
saying
over-
that's a bad thing at all. But if cops, are becoming more and more safe at the cost of just like shoot everyone, then I mean, no wonder they're more safe. But does that make the rest of us really that much?
No, but I'm saying it. But I'm saying it totally depends on the circumstances and stuff. If the dude is coming out of his car with a fucking pistol, you obviously would approach that situation differently.
I've watched the video. They had a ton of time. They could have retreated or fucking like done whatever. But no, it's just like stand your ground, like repeat.
I totally disagree.
They did repeat themselves. Look, I'm not making excuses for the guy. I'm just saying like there were other options than just like shoot this guy dead.
They don't want to endanger the public though, because if that guy went nuts and killed some people, then that would have been their ass too, the cops' asses. And they, there was a school bus.
I'm not saying ignore him. I'm just saying like
Yeah, but I mean, even in that instance, they showed up. It wasn't even like a quick thing. Like they sat there and they told him to get out of the car, and they had hit on the side of the windows and stuff, and they told him like it was at least 8 times. They told him drop the gun.
I'm not making excuses for him. There's you don't listen and you have a gun, you're probably gonna get fucking shot. I'm just saying, if you have the time. And he's not like charging you. I understand if he's charging you, if he's waving the gun around or whatever. But if you've got the fucking time and it's like contained for a minute, just try and make the effort to make it non-lethal. Just like maybe the effort, just a little effort to try and not kill someone. I'm not saying like don't have like guns aimed on him, but try a beanbag, try a taser.
They did tase him.
As long as they're. In that case, great. At least you're trying. As far as like, there's other cases where they literally shot the guy at the same moment that another cop was tasing him. Now the woman's been charged.
Yeah.
That case.
Personally, though, if you're fighting lethal with non-lethal, I mean, and if you initiate and do a non-lethal attack, their retaliation could be lethal. And you lost your one chance. I mean, so I think that if the person isn't armed, if they don't have a gun, maybe then you could think of the non-lethal options. But if they have a gun, I think you should probably have to just go to lethal. I mean, they have a gun. You can't take even if you shoot them, that might not stop
many
them.
People are armed. Well, many people have fucking guns, so that makes basically anyone the cops deal with that has a gun. And they feel at any moment is a threat. Boom, boom.
Well, not at any moment, but they told the guy like 8 times, like Drew said, to put the gun down, and he wouldn't. Now, if it were me and I had a gun, they wouldn't even need to say it once. I'd be like, "Hey, I got a gun. I'm putting it down."
Yeah, well,
or even if he said it once or twice, I'm listening right away. I'm listening.
And I'll guarantee you, my hand, I would have never given them any sort of inkling that I was about to possibly even consider putting my hand on my fucking pistol when they got guns drawn on me. I've had a gun pulled on me before, and that is, and to me, that's one of the things I cannot understand about a lot of these videos. Is like, dude, you have like 4 fucking guys pointing pistols at you they're cops. They're wearing these bulletproof vests and shit. They're cops. It doesn't even matter. Even if it's a bunch of teenagers that have guns pulled on you, what in the fuck makes you want to even test that they might shoot you? I mean, that you can go into the whole, the justifications and all that for the cops. That's an entirely different story than the fact that I've had one pistol on me before, like in my face. And the immediate reaction to that is like, this shit just got like real.
You freeze. Unless you are, off your rocker, which a lot of people are.
Yeah,
a lot of people are fucking.
But it's I guess it's the same part of my brain that makes me not want to climb skyscrapers and like hang off by one arm. Is the same bit that has me looking down a pistol and it's like, well, I would like to not die today. I would like to continue my existence. So
it's like, man, I had a really good lunch planned out. Please don't shoot my face.
JAMA just got pretty problematic.
Oh God, they actually put Travolta in this. Did you have to bring John into this? That's good. Yeah, we need to take a break.
All right.
We have a shitload of material, man, when we come back.
Nice. All right. We will be right back, guys.
Yeah, you know, if they weren't slaves, it would be way cuter.
I cried a tear for Kim Drew Dill.
Oh, I think we have that picture somewhere. Kim Drew Dill.
All right. I'm trying to give something away.
Do it to it.
I gotta find something. What do I want to give away? Should I make it something good?
There it is. Ho, our dill leader.
That was fast.
Our dill leader.
How did that happen so fast?
No, this is an old one that they made.
Oh, okay. So, wait, so this situation came up before?
Yeah, I don't remember why, but
yeah, Kim Drew Dill, Thick Drew Dill.
And what's with the Swiss cheese?
I don't know. I don't ask questions anymore. It's always some random shit going on. It's probably like, dude, you've seen the art of like, it's like North Korean propaganda.
Yeah.
I mean, you see some of the artwork. It's like, dude, the most ridiculous shit. It's like Kim Jong-un or whatever. It's like taking the bull by the horns and stuff. I mean, it's like so fucking like. It's a crazy thing. I watched some of the Vice documentaries on North Korea, and it's seriously like taking a time machine back into like 1930s Soviet Union. It's like super crazy, man.
The way they try to make Kim Jong-il, wait, is it Kim Jong-il or Un?
Kim Jong-un. Kim Jong-un is who it is now. It was
Un. Okay, Il is his dad.
Yeah.
Right. Un now.
Well, he's leader because his dad was ill.
Oh my God.
I mean, well, they had something. It was before Kim Jong Il died. It was like in their like Guinness Book of World Records or whatever for North Korea, is that he had like a 3-foot penis or something like that.
that he like golfs an 18. Holds a perfect game every time and shit.
I mean,
it reminds me of like what happened to Jesus. Like, people actually believe that shit.
Yeah, well,
they say he doesn't shit.
Yeah. What was it in the interview? He was born with no butthole, or he can talk to dolphins, or some kind of shit like that. Dude, it's like all this off the wall shit. No, they actually like their story there is, I think it's for Kim Jong Il, which is the dad of Kim Jong Un, who's currently running it. Is that he was born under a double rainbow, and all the birds of North Korea like sang a song for him and shit. Yeah, so it's seriously, it is a lot like a creation story.
They're infiltrating America because Hillary Clinton isn't ill. I mean, if she becomes president and she's ill, never mind.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Dude, you should be ashamed of yourself right now, sir.
I know.
Ashamed. All right, so basically, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to give something away. I'm going to give something away to the first person in the chat who says, and is a patron, shame, Dark Matter 2525. Shame.
You hear him typing? Dark Matter, you know you don't want this prize. You know you don't want this.
Well, I mean, I put it in first.
Well, technically, Scope says and is a patron. Shame, Dark Matter 25.
You know, it's kind of unfair because you did get like a 6-second fucking head start on everybody.
Oh, I did?
Well, I mean, yeah, because you can hear us 6 seconds before they fucking hear us.
I did fuck up the first shame, and I had to hit delete all the way back to it and then start over again. So it was more like a 2-second head start.
You want it? I mean, do you want it?
I don't know what it is. Can I?
No. You got to say if you want it now.
Yeah, you can't unget it after you've gotten it.
Maybe the chat should decide.
All right.
Because the next person who would get it is Jay Jones.
All right. We'll see here.
Oh, wait, no. Jay Jones said 25, 25, 2. Eldrak would get it.
Dark Matter, just take it. God damn it.
I guess I'll leave it up to Eldrak. Eldrick. I don't know. Do I take it?
Just take it. Chances are he's going to send it to you anyways. Take it.
Whatever cock thinks is fair is what Eldrick says. Alright, I'll take it.
You know what you just took?
Yeah. I can't believe we still have that. We haven't given that away.
Congratulations, Eldrick.
Actually, this is a goddamn Bible from the Vegas trip, Las Vegas,
I can't
Nevada,
believe you still
February
have that.
2016. Indeed, I actually have a couple of them, but I'm keeping one from Vegas and I'm keeping one from DC for my own personal pleasures.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I know it sounds terrible.
Yeah, because it's got a giant dick drawn on the back of it.
Yeah, well, enjoy. It's actually pretty well done. This is signed by all kinds of people. It's got everyone's signatures in here.
Cactopus.
You see how there's a natural GD there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Well, I mean, do you want that, Dark Matter? You don't have to take it. I can give you. I can like keep an eye out for something special for you if you.
Which Bible is that?
It's the Gideon's. Like it's just the one, the Gideon's place.
Some bullshit hotel Bible.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it's the King James or New International or Standard.
I don't remember.
Because I have
New King James version.
Yeah, about to say yeah.
Oh, I have one of those. I mean, you can keep it.
All right, fine. I'm keeping that shit. You don't have to tell me twice.
I have a King James and I have a New International.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do for you instead. All right, I'm going to keep my eye out because now I owe a couple of people some prizes. So I'm going to go out on a special mission to find something awesome for each of the three people I owe something. That's Fudge, now Dark Matter, and Philly. So I will keep my eyes peeled for something I think that each of you will enjoy, and I will maybe reveal them in a future show. I'm not sure the next show, but sometime soon.
I'm going to make a statement, and it's going to sound like a hint or whatever, but I can assure you it's not. All I want to say is that a step up from gold valve stem caps would be like diamond encrusted valve stem caps. That's all I'm saying. It's all totally unrelated to this whole gifting thing. I'm just saying.
So you heard him. He wants Guy and Men to crust on his hubcaps. Some shit.
Diamond.
Guys and Men to crust on it.
Guyman?
Guys and Men.
Do you say Guyman? Is that like Hyman?
Guys and Men, yeah. I want Guys and Men to crust on my valve stem caps. Oh, yeah.
That sounds filthy. Anyways, let's get to some. We didn't get a third of the way into that last video, but that was enough.
It gets even worse and worse. It turns into
dude.
like a social justice, like every issue under the tree, just because this one white dude said something about being able to express opinions, it turned into a total social justice cornucopia cluster fuck.
Dude, yeah, it gets like super crazy. Anyways, we have a lot of right wing watch.
Oh, it's been a while.
Yeah, we have let's see, we have five of those, but there's like 3 of them are like under a minute, so
let's just
maybe we have
right through them. Let's blow that right wing watch.
All right, I guess.
Fuck yeah.
This first one, okay, is about Dungeons and Dragons. So Pat Robertson says that demonic Dungeons and Dragons captures its players. Now, why Pat Robertson thinks that Dungeons and Dragons is relevant in 2016 is...
I'll tell you why, because they just came out with a movie.
Oh God.
In which they bought the fucking storyline from a Jack Chick track. I shit you not, and it's
They bought it.
They bought the fucking storyline. This
They paid Chick.
Yeah,
Jack.
they bought the rights. Yes.
No, and they're making a movie.
No, they've already made it. The Bible Reloaded and who's the other guy that did it? JonTron did reviews of them. Hilarious, by the way.
So the movie's already out.
Oh yeah, and it's terrible.
I bet if it's based off of a Jack Chick track.
And there's even references, like they cover the references to the actual track itself, like lines from the track itself.
I have to watch this.
Oh my God.
Maybe
you haven't seen that shit, dude.
No.
Dude, check out JonTron and the Bible Reloaded. They both did it, and they're both fucking hilarious.
Maybe one day we'll do maybe a patron show or something where we just cover that movie.
The thing that depresses me the most about that is all the money that was invested into it.
There it is.
All the shit you could have done with that money.
It's called Dark Dungeons.
All right, here we go.
This is a viewer who says, my husband's been playing an online game with other people, and the game includes elements of witchcraft. He doesn't think it's bad, but since he started playing the game, my daughters and I have witnessed really weird things happening in our home.
The dude's playing World of Warcraft or whatever. And the air conditioner sucks when one of the doors closed.
Yeah, that's.
It's a goddamn video game.
That's funny because like my grandma who's like the sweetest lady ever. She's like super religious, and I remember when my brother was still living. Me and my brother were like in high school, and he started playing Warcraft, and he had like that little booklet that comes with the game. And she like came over to visit one time, and she saw that. She's like, "Does that say witchcraft?" And she got to like had this flip out and stuff. But I mean, like our parents and stuff used to make us like burn our video games.
Wow.
Yeah, to like watch the spirits come out of the games and stuff.
Your dad was like Meatloaf.
Oh, no, not my dad.
Destiny?
My dad's different. My dad has never been like religious.
Your mom was like Meatloaf in Pick of Destiny.
Yeah. She's
Why
not
were
quite,
you ever born?
She's not quite like that now. She's way more like laid back and stuff. But yeah, back in like in the high school and in like middle school and stuff like that, that was bad.
That was bad.
Yeah.
Appointed the house. How do I pray for my husband, and how do I convince him that he's bringing bad things into our home? He gets angry when I bring it up.
Well, I think
we've anointed the house. Like, she is far more like into like fucking weird supernatural shit than her husband is. It sounds like.
Did Pat Robertson take the shoulder pads out of his jacket?
Jesus, I was just about to say that. Yes, he actually looks human. He doesn't look like fucking Quado.
The tie looks pretty huge, though. I mean,
but dude, he's actually like his neck is above his shoulder line.
It's like the tortoise that finally stuck his fucking head all the way out of his shell.
Dude, he looks so healthy right now. It's ridiculous compared to how he normally looks.
Must have just
it's sinking.
Consumed the blood of an infant.
It's sinking.
Maybe he can find a minister or some trusted advisor who would tell him this is a problem. There was a game called Dungeons and Dragons that people got into. They got into role playing. The next thing you know, they were in a fantasy world that really captured them. So it is demonic. Demons are out to destroy you, and your husband needs to understand.
What's
that.
funny is like Pat is doing more like role playing right now than any Dungeons and Dragons person.
Yeah, I've never actually played Dungeons and Dragons, but the concept that I get is like it's just some like imagination based game for like kids or whatever.
Dude, none of you watch Stranger Things?
I watched all 9 episodes. Like
I gotta catch that. I heard it's
3
good.
days ago.
It's good. It's kind of nostalgic for people our age. Dark Matter.
That was the first thing I was thinking of when I thought Dungeons and Dragons.
So yeah, that's kids playing like the original Dungeons and Dragons. Then they came out with like advanced Dungeons and Dragons and shit like that. But you know, dude, when I was a kid, I was in Boy Scouts, and we would literally use free time at Boy Scout stuff to play like Mech Warrior. Like there was like, you know, you set up like a mech fucking map and had like the actual figurines you bought and glued together and painted yourself and all that shit. Like we did that kind of nerdy shit.
You were doing that nerdy shit, Tej. I was out pounding Vaj, bro.
Yeah, I doubt that.
At 11 years old, you kidding? Shit.
What, is a Vaj a kind of cheeseburger or something like that?
Yeah.
Speaking of Boy Scouts, have you seen the online petition by feminists to get the Boy Scouts to stop discriminating against girls?
I mean, isn't that why they have Girl Scouts?
Maybe you might want to tell them that. That's a question. That's a good question for them, but no, they're concerned about the Boy Scouts discriminating against girls.
They can only do that if we can force women to play football.
We should do that. We should have like force women to play football, like professional, and watch how horribly that goes wrong.
And I don't mean like with their own teams.
No, I mean like integrated
with men. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see, like, you know, it reminds me of that clip from the Waterboy movie where it's like talking about the other teams or whatever. They're like, and they experimented with their towel boy, and it's like this kid that goes out there, dude, he gets fucking leveled. He does like a flip, and that big dude's like standing on top of him, just doing like this, shaking his head at him, and it's like that kid's got like a severed spine, like all these horrible things. Oh god.
Waterboy.
Anyways, yeah, more content here. We have. You want another Pat?
Give it all to me, Drew. Give me all of it.
You think you can take it all?
I think I can. I can even accept it when you agree with Pat, which is more often than I like.
When?
All the time.
There's been like a couple of times.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
This
all
one.
the time, as far as I'm concerned.
Torvarian says Drew laughing at a kid with a severed spine. Good times. Totally, bro. Well, this is another Pat Robertson, and it goes kind of hand in hand with that last one. This is Halloween is Satan worship.
This next one is from Diane, who says, every year I let my teenage son go with friends to a Halloween event at a local theme park. I just learned that they have a haunted house based on Satan and demons. Apparently there are girls in suggestive demon outfits selling drinks, techno music, and even a demon DJ who encourages people to dance.
It's Joe. How much you want to bet?
Encourages people to dance.
I know
God,
your
it's
son.
turning into Footloose up in here.
They've got the information wrong. It was DJ Schmitty, and it wasn't two horns. It was just one.
Is a good boy, and he will be disappointed if I don't let him go. How can I make him understand that keeping him away is
I know my son is a good boy. Now you know exactly what kind of kid this guy is.
A fucking shit that would go to like a devil rave.
Yeah, I mean the parents who say I know my son is a good boy have the worst fucking abominations of children you could possibly imagine.
best thing for him.
Well, you got to tell him the truth. I mean, explain to him who the devil is. Explain to him the devil wants to destroy
Yeah,
you.
please tell him the truth so that he could have some good fucking stories to tell his friends.
Yeah.
Dude, you won't believe what my mom just told me.
Devil, you know, seeks who he may devour. He's out to kill you. And he's going to put everything nice in your way that's going to seem like fun. There's pleasure in sin for a season. But the answer is, mother, don't let your babies grow up to be demon worshipers.
What the fuck? Oh, God damn it. Mom, that's gonna be the next like country song, you know.
Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be demon worshippers.
Doesn't have the same ring to it, does it?
Just wake up, go to church after you put on your slippers.
What you know, like in the distant future, there's going to be internet anthropology. I can't talk.
Anthropology?
Anthropologists who look at these videos and are fascinated that people used to think like this.
Oh, absolutely. This is, remember when we covered Glenn Beck and he's like, we are the biggest idiots fucking ever. Yes, we are, because people are gonna look back and be like, wait, they weren't advanced enough. They were advanced enough to know better than this at this point.
They should have known better.
Why did it take them so fucking long to slowly move along in the right direction?
Wait, what species is this? This orange type of humanoid?
Oranga human.
Archaeologists. Is that?
Look at Pat. He doesn't look so good in that one.
No, he doesn't. He's getting back to his normal self.
Don't let them do it. I mean, that's just the way it is. And you say, look, no, I'm sorry. Or better than that, there needs to be alternative Halloween celebrations in churches where they have all the games and all the fun and all the nice, pretty girls and all the handsome boys and all that.
No, we want our girls on Halloween. We want them in skimpy demon clothes.
They can be the pretty girls at the church now, Drew. All right, and all the handsome boys too. Now, all you handsome boys, you come on over to the church. All right, and we'll bob for penis, apples, bob for apples, and we'll do all kinds of stuff, and we'll play hide the candy corn in the corn hole, and all that good stuff. All right, and you won't tell nobody, and I'll give you some Skittles.
I've been to those back in the day. We went to those Halloween parties at churches and stuff in there. That was good. There's not skimpily dressed girls. And Joe,
you could just get Jesus in a loincloth judging you.
It's like, he looks at you like, you're going to hell for this, right? You're having fun. And
he's like, yeah, enjoy that Snickers while I'm fucking nailed up here, you douchebag.
Come together. And they're praising the Lord instead of worshiping Satan. But Halloween has become a night when the devil rejoices.
Well, Halloween is supposed to be like the modern concept, at least, is like, dude, to have fun. It's like the one time you don't have to, even for religious people, it's like the one time you can actually kind of get away from going and worshiping at a fucking church. And, praying to Jesus and shit. It's like, dude, let's have an evil day. Fuck it.
Pat is an example of somebody who took one aspect of life and concentrated too much on it. They're like the social justice warriors do it with their little, sexism, racism causes or whatever, when their whole lives revolve around that. Pat does it with the fucking religion thing. You have to have balance in your life. It can't all be about this one fucking thing, and your whole life has to fucking revolve around it, and it's the answer for everything for everybody. No, you're taking it too far.
When you said he took one too many aspects, I thought you were going to say he took one too many aspirin.
I did too.
Or ass enemas.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Coffee. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your butt.
Let's see. We got a little twofer right here, and then we're gonna have a last nerve after the twofer. Let's start with this.
Ted Cruz, I think, and most politicians.
Yeah, just for anybody who doesn't know, and I'd be surprised if anyone here doesn't know this by now, Ted Cruz has finally come out and endorsed Donald Trump. I'm
pretty sure he's doing that to save his political career.
Probably.
Yeah, here's the thing. Trump shit on fucking Ted Cruz so hard. Dude, he has got to be hating himself. He did not want to do this. He didn't do it at the Republican National Convention. He did not want to do this shit.
Well, here's the thing though, that this is what makes it bigger than just Ted Cruz endorsing Trump, because there's a lot of the Republican guys that have come out and ended up endorsing Trump because he's a Republican nominee and all that, whatever. The biggest thing with Ted Cruz coming out and endorsing Trump is because that Never Trump movement was pretty much were the conservatives that were behind Ted Cruz. They wanted Ted Cruz to be the nominee. And this is the thing that has pissed a lot of these guys off. Glenn Beck was in that camp. There's a lot of these guys that were in the Never Trump camp where they were like, we're conservatives and Trump isn't actually a conservative, so we're Never Trump. Ted Cruz was pretty much the head of that movement. And now Ted Cruz has done that. He's gone and endorsed Trump. So these guys there's a lot of these guys that are just kind of left now pondering existence as a conservative or whatever.
That's the face Glenn Beck is making right now, for sure. That is a pondering my existence face if I've ever seen one.
Well, and as much as Glenn Beck can ponder, but
Yeah.
I mean, look, is it me or is he just like significantly puffed up?
Yeah, he looks like he's been maybe crying and eating some Oreos for like the past maybe for the past few months, like 3 or 4, maybe 5.
Will say, well, I have to be in there. I have to be in the Senate. Now, he didn't tell me this, but this is what I think happened.
Oh yeah, by the way, this is titled Glenn Beck says that Cruz endorsed Trump because he lost faith in divine providence.
Sounds about right, yeah.
Jesus.
The real smarmiest of the smarmy, the worst of the GOP here in Texas, which you know the GOP is smarmy here. It's
here in Texas. Is that going on in your state? Drew? Dark Matter, how does it feel to finally have like Drew have to go through something?
Are you kidding me?
Sure. We have here in Florida. We do have women that stab their spouses with squirrels. I don't know if you guys missed that story, but
I did not hear about that. No, but it sounds like Florida.
Drew, do you have the fucking picture?
If I can find it, Teach.
Wait. So, where was the lady who used her dog as a mace?
That was probably in Florida.
Okay.
Why was Francesca, what's her face up there?
I clicked the wrong thing. I'm going through like these images that I have. I think I deleted that one, TJ.
He looked up stabbing and Francesca whatever came up. Drew looked up.
No, it was just in the image folder. I try to save some of those images just in case they come up.
That was a real headline here in Florida.
Yeah, it was. It showed it like the news caption from like local news, and it was like woman stabs her husband with squirrel, and then like right underneath it, there was another thing that was like "Welcome to Florida." It was like the entrance sign when you're driving into the state.
See, the thing is, she was nuts.
Hey, Peachy. Peachy's
Fuck. Did you see that one news story about that squirrel that terrorized that town because it got its head stuck in that Halloween decoration? It was like a zombie head, and it was like the body of a squirrel, a real squirrel, running around the neighborhood with a zombie head. And it was like freaking people out.
Did not see that. All I know is we actually have the final scope bird swooping in.
Yes.
Well done, Dio. Well done.
That is very problematic.
Man finally
that is
did it.
Fucking hilarious. That's so perfect.
Fantastic. Dude, our freaking the icons for the past few weeks have been goddamn spectacular, man. This one for the last show, like when I was uploading it, I was sitting there just like staring at the icon. There's so much shit. And
you just should do a montage, with music and like slow fades from thumbnail to thumbnail, just a little montage video.
I do a little bit of editing on the final clips when they're like really good. Like, and this last one, I try to, because when I get like a whole bunch of them, I try to take the good aspects of all of them and throw them all into one. And this is the one for the last show. I mean, look at this crazy nonsense going on in this fucking picture.
I love it. I love it. The fun part about doing shit like this is that I think for our 100th episode, we can look back on some of our favorite thumbnails and maybe favorite videos that we've covered. I was thinking that would be a fun thing to do for our 100th.
That would be. But anyways, back to old Glenn Beck here.
Back to Becky.
It is bad. And I think they said, you're not going to be the senator from the great state of Texas. We're not going to back you. We'll run Perry or we'll run anybody else. Now, I think he had a moment of doubt of, not of the people, protection of divine providence. That's what is in our Declaration of Independence. It doesn't say we trust God. It says we believe in the protection of divine providence. So I know if I lose my job, if I lost all of this, if I was out, I lost my voice. I all of a sudden I lose my microphone, my radio business, my book business.
So like a good world that we would all want to live in.
That's and
he. By the way, he's already lost so much.
Yeah.
That he, by his reasoning, he should have already fucking quit by now.
Yeah, I've looked at the graphs on this or whatever for like the Blaze's ratings.
Oh, dude, he had a top notch, or not top notch, but top ranked show on fucking Fox News. He had a huge following at one point.
Well, 'cause Fox News,
and because of that, he is a multimillionaire. He has over $100 million, and so no wonder he's not fucking worried about losing everything. He's got plenty to retire on. Plenty.
The movie studios, I lose everything? I don't care.
Of course you don't.
Care.
I wouldn't care either if I had $100 million.
Right.
And that's just me lowballing it. He was making $50 million a year.
TJ, think of what we could do with this podcast if we had 100 million.
Dude, I'm thinking 100,000.
I'm thinking $100 in my wallet.
Who's got $100? No, I mean like with 100,000. How? And I'm not talking about like per month, like per year.
100,000. Jesus, that's nothing. I could write you a check for 100,000.
Oh God, fuck off, Dark Matter.
Wait. Okay. Thanks. Go right ahead. I accept that offer.
I don't believe you. I dare you to write us a check for $100,000.
You could put me in jail.
Get one of those big fake fucking like rubber checks that actually bounce.
Yeah. You could put me in jail. Nelson Mandela had a voice because he was in jail. And so if you really know your principles and you say, I believe in the protection of divine providence, whatever is supposed to happen and get his message out, he will get it out. And
Well, you know, with Glenn Beck's ratings plummeting, how long before he starts selling buckets of soup? Do you think it's going to be that long?
They're salted with Glenn Beck's own tears.
Oh God.
Or, you know, he just shook his face over. Remember when he covered his face with Cheeto sprinkles?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it wasn't
one of my favorite thumbnails because Drew and I, they were looking at each other all like sensual and close.
Oh,
and Drew and I did that. Yeah, that.
Glenn Beck making fun of someone for being orange.
Yeah.
Come on. It doesn't get any more surreal.
Wasn't it the last week's episode we watched Glenn Beck in like a room that was the walls were chalkboards?
Yeah.
What Ted did was, I think, what all of them do. I've got to be there. So I've got to triangulate, and I've got to, this will work and this won't work, and I don't see a way of that working.
Oh, wait a second. It's the Bermuda Triangle.
He's being an apologist for Beck.
He's triangulating. Illuminati confirmed.
Confirmed.
This works. I don't see a way any of this
It looks
works.
like that the woman he's talking to does have a decent rack, though.
Mm-hmm.
I will put that out there.
Chalkboard.
Sorry if I'm being sexist.
Quit objectifying that woman.
You are.
I'm an admirer of the female form.
He's like, I was just admiring the tips of her hair.
Not bad.
No wonder Glenn Beck keeps her around.
Let's see. We have another.
Like, you're way hotter than fucking Ted Cruz. The guy looks like a weasel.
Ted Cruz. What was the one about Ted Cruz in the apocalypse? Oh shit! What was that? Ted Cruz and something like an. Damn it! I can't remember what the fuck it was. It was like this thing that you had sent in. You had sent before, TJ.
What? Like where they use the clips? Was it the bad lip reading?
No. It was something you had sent in where it was like him and it's something with him in the apocalypse or something. There was that, and then there was the one where it's him and he's the Zodiac killer.
Oh yeah, I remember those. And I wouldn't even know what to fucking up to find those again.
All right, let's see. Here's another Glenn Beck.
Are you going to endorse again?
No. No.
This is
No.
one to replay in
I
the future
actually said
when he's
to-
endorsing somebody.
Yep. Next fucking, like, if Trump loses, which by the way, if Trump wins, he won't endorse Trump again in 4 years, I'm sure. But let's
Keep
say
in mind, when has he ever been right? Since he's gotten a fucking like national stage, when has he ever been right about an election? Ever?
No.
I think we should make predictions. I think that Hillary will probably end up winning.
That's kind of where I've leaned, but I don't know. The thing that kind of throws me off on that makes me think that Trump actually has a damn good chance of winning is all the things that I've kind of seen online, kind of leaning that way, and even the online polls, even with the debates, all the online polls have him winning by like a lot. Is kind of makes me think that there's actually a shot, like a good shot, because so many people hate her. I mean, a lot of people don't like him either, but I think he actually has a pretty good chance of winning.
You know, online polls don't always equal like
Totally, yeah, I understand, but also even the local polls,
the YouTube Heroes thing,
right?
Like, I think it's at like 800,000 downvotes to about 25,000 upvotes.
Yeah, but my thing is, even if you look at the polls like nationwide right now, they're virtually tied.
I'm thinking it'll probably be close or
And
whatever.
He's
but
winning all the battleground states, or at least most of them.
to me, it doesn't even matter. Quite honestly, like it matters, sure, like in the long run and everything, but like as far as I'm concerned, we're in need of a bigger change than it's going to happen from either of these two people, and it's just going to be going downhill in one direction or the other, and kind of.
I honestly don't know what to expect from Trump. I have no idea what he's going to do.
Who the fuck knows? And we'll be stuck in the middle of it. That's for goddamn sure.
Hillary, with Hillary, I can kind of, I can tell what it will be like, you know. She's gonna do shit that I don't like. She's gonna continue being hawkish and warish, like like the last two presidents. And the whole social justice thing is going to get kicked up again and taken to the extreme. And I don't know. That's what I see with her.
I see every like bad, like this concept of like when people say that they think we'll get a third term Obama out of Hillary.
Mhm.
I think you're going to get everything that was bad about Obama like multiplied out of Hillary. Hillary is everything that was bad about Obama just multiplied by itself.
Yeah, and another thing too, though, is like I can see both of them using the office to kind of get vengeance on some people, to use it to their own gain instead of the American people.
I don't have a very optimistic outlook for our near future, but I can guarantee that a Trump win would be material for fucking God, so much material.
But
like just the amount of stuff that he doesn't follow through with that he said he would do would be a ton of material.
Well,
and then all the new stuff that he tries to pull, that'll be fun too.
Well, maybe, but my thing is when I break it down, like just for like my own interest and what I would actually think would be better, if both of them, let's say both of them were to get elected or whatever, and they were to actually do what they say they're going to do, I think Trump would be like way better in the sense of like what he's actually wanting to do. But that's a subjective thing. I understand why a lot of people are like, well, no, I don't want those things. But I would say that would be a lot better, like an end to nation building, like lowering taxes and getting better trade deals and all these kinds of things. Whereas what she's going to do is going to be more war hawking, And the same
you don't
shit.
You don't think that Trump is doing a lot of what Obama did with the hope and change shit? It's just a fucking big old bait and switch to get him into fucking office.
No, because here's the difference. Trump, a lot of the things that Trump is running on, and this has to do with Trump not, being kind of bought by those like special interest groups and stuff like that, is the fact that Trump is overwhelmingly self-funded and he's not taking money from those like hedge fund managers and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, my dad gets mail from Donald Trump begging for money.
Well, yeah, I mean, I get emails where Donald Trump. I mean, that's what they do. But the thing is, those are from like citizens and stuff like that. They're not taking like lobbyists' money and shit like that. And the thing is with that is, if he's not taking that kind of money, it makes it a lot more believable that he would actually do those things. Because why would he be running on some of the most taboo subjects when he could have taken like the easy road? He could have very well taken it. He could have done what a lot of the other guys did.
Because he's he got famous for being like outrageous, and like that's what he's been known for.
No, but why for instance,
like you fired.
Well, no, but why for instance, if he's he can run on anything, and he's self-financing. First off, why would he not be taking money from those people? Because he could have just easily done that, because he could have said, well, why shouldn't I, because everybody else is. Let's say he could have done that, and then he wouldn't have had to, like, dude, he's losing, like, business ventures because he's being labeled as a racist and a bigot for a lot of these positions that he's holding. Why wouldn't he just he would have softened on those positions? Why would he not have done that?
Trump doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, well, that's part of it. Why would he not give a
respect
shit
about him? But that's why as well. You're asking why? That's why Trump does not give a fuck.
Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck, but in the sense that he could have very easily done what all the other ones did and catered on it. The thing is, the Republicans in like the primaries have always been like, they're going to be like hard on immigration and things like that, and they're going to tackle these things. Then whenever it starts winding down and the politicians get wound down to just a few more, or a few politicians throughout the whole thing on Democrats and Republican side, they start like catering and caving in on things. But he didn't. And why didn't he? Because he never had the reason to, because he didn't have the interest backing him, telling him to do those things, because it wasn't as much of a power grab as it was for those people. That's the way that I see it.
I don't
think
see
you're
it as this like giant like going out against all the big dogs for the American people. No, I don't really quite see it that way.
And that's not what I'm saying at all. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that those interests aren't there in the sense that it is for a lot of these other people. I understand what Clinton's motivations are and what Obama's motivations are and stuff, because I can look at who owns them, who pays for them, who has bought and sold them. Whereas this dude, because he hasn't had that buying and selling, and because he's going for things that are like unnecessary risks that he's taking in the political realm, it seems to me that it's way more likely that that dude would actually do those things that he's actually saying he will do. That's the way that
a lot of the shit he said he'll do, like some of it can't even be fucking done.
But it's like this thing, like here in the chat, Trump will let all of his right-wing lunatics run the country. Here's the thing, Trump, this is one of the reasons the Never Trump movement exists, is because Trump is not a conservative. Trump is extremely fucking moderate on a lot of these things. Trump has a lot of these things that were like typical for Republicans, is stuff that Trump is actually to the left of the Republicans on a lot of things. So that instance, when like if we would say like, well, would it be better if we just got like sort of a moderate Republican or something, like, dude, you actually do have that. And for people that say like, wouldn't it be better if we had a third party candidate and stuff like that, you do have a third party candidate, and it is Donald Trump. Trump is a third party candidate. He is not establishment. He is not conservative. He's not a liberal. He's not leftist. He's not a progressive and all that. But that is like, dude, a lot of the things that he actually is running on is very moderate for a Republican. is my only point.
I've seen enough of Trump to know that, like, he brags about not fucking, getting out of paying taxes and shit, or he's just, look, as far as like I don't have a very high standard for like what I consider presidential. I'm not like, you'd have to be like, oh, super douchebaggy all the time, but goddamn, like Donald Trump is, he just doesn't seem to fit the bill for me. I'm still kind of, I guess, in shock that this is the direction the country is going.
And that's fine, but
and then that the fucking person we put up against him is Hillary fucking Clinton. Like, and
clitoris? What?
Yeah. When I say we, I don't consider myself a Democrat. I just mean like the opposition. We lost screen share.
Yeah, I see that.
But it's just, I have a hard time getting excited about any of this shit. Quite honestly, it's just a giant headache on both sides. I don't get that moment of like yes very often, and it's very seldom, and it's a shitty place to be, like, to know that these are your options moving forward. This is like
would you at least because I know, like, we've had conversations before, like the sort of, at least the policy things that he's run on, he's actually given like policy speeches like in detail on some of these things that you might not agree with, and if people don't agree with them, I can understand that, but it's when people say like he has no policy and stuff is the stuff that I have a beef with, because he's put out the things and stuff.
Yeah, but he's got a lot of other stuff that he hasn't put out.
Right.
Like, you know, my ignoring his fucking taxes, which is, you know, whatever. He wants to fucking come up with excuses for not releasing that or whatever. But he also has, oh Jesus, what was it that? God fucking damn it! I was just thinking of it. You know, there's shit that he has, like deferring from Vietnam. Sorry, yeah, it's the wacky tobacco. How about the deferments from Vietnam? How do you feel about that?
Well, some shit from like back in like the 60s. Who cares?
Like five deferments from Vietnam when he's talking about.
But this is the thing I'm talking about. I all that kind of shit. I don't care. I care about ideas and like policy. What policy would you actually?
Yes. Okay. How about the things he hasn't released? How about the ISIS thing? His plan to get ISIS.
Well, first off, one of
tell you because it's a secret.
Well, one of his big things on that is the fact that the dude wants to end nation building. That he's actually given policy speeches of in detail why you spend trillions of dollars, you get a bunch of people killed, and we turn like this piece of land from a dictator to a death cult. It's like we have nothing to show for this. We get a bunch of our people killed. We spend trillions of dollars. All we do is destabilize regions. Let's quit doing it.
Why doesn't he just say that that's his plan for defeating ISIS?
Well, because with ISIS, he's talking about the specifics for beating ISIS. But he's talking about meeting with the generals and going over all that kind of shit. His big thing with all that about not releasing specifics of it is because when you release all the specifics of it and stuff, and you tell everybody what we're going to do, that's kind of what his big beefs was with like Iraq and everything.
Huge.
Oh, it's going to be huge, DJ. I'll guarantee you that. But also, what's the alternative to that? The alternative to that is going to be one of the people that helped create the situation in the fucking first place, man. I mean, that's what I'm saying is if I had
rock in a hard place.
If I'm saying if I had the choice, I mean, at least with that, you know, and at least in that situation, it seems like the question mark might actually be preferable to the sure thing, because we know what the sure thing is.
Here's what I'm saying. Look, here's the only thing I know. If Dark Matter is voting rock, I'm voting hard place. And if Dark Matter is voting hard place, I'm voting rock, because fuck Dark Matter.
So you're saying hard place 2016?
Yes.
Anyways, Glenn Beck reveals that he had plans to run for office, but not anymore.
Oh my God.
My wife, a year ago. I want to pray on it, because maybe in 2020, 2024, maybe I'll run for something. I'll finish my career.
You want to run for office?
No. This is a year ago.
Okay.
2024, maybe I'll run. Not necessarily for president, I don't know.
Right.
So would it be Beck and what's the duck hunter again? Remember he said he wanted to run?
Phil Robertson.
Beck Robertson.
The amazing arrogance of a guy like this saying, yeah, maybe I could be president. Like, you don't know shit, jerk off. You don't know shit about being the president. Just the amazing audacity it would take to have that idea enter your head.
Dark Matter, like, you're missing the bigger picture, Dark Matter. Imagine the Oval Office covered in chalkboards.
The guy already built himself an Oval Office.
That's right.
And he's trying to make it seem like he just gave a little bit of thought to it. Maybe not about president. No, motherfucker. You've been dreaming about this. You built a fucking Oval Office.
Dude, he's already built his cabinet. It's a bunch of yes men with their fucking Apple MacBooks sitting on couches around him.
I love the way people who talk about being the president, like they think they're going to be king of the world. Like I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. No, you're not.
Yeah.
Even if by some miracle you got elected. No, you're not.
But I want to prepare myself to be worthy enough to run. Oh my gosh. Dana, not only would I not run, I will never endorse. I won't be around it. It's a cesspool. It's an absolute cesspool.
And you would fit right in. I guess I have to eat my words because he went in a totally different direction. So,
well, don't eat your words. Drink some paint.
Drink paint.
That's the direction you want to go there.
By the way, if anybody actually drinks paint and dies, we are not responsible in any way. The same.
Ironically enough, have paint right here because we had a hole in the wall that I patched and I needed just a little bit of paint, and I actually have it right fucking here. So maybe I should take a sip.
Go for it.
Wait a minute. How did that hole end up in the wall, TJ? Did you lose your temper?
Hold on.
Don't actually drink paint, everybody.
That's just good. I feel good.
Maybe you should try a paint enema.
Oh damn, that sounds pretty good. Maybe instead of on the inside of my butt, I'll just spread the paint all over my entire body while talking about how I don't want to get shot by the police.
Why did this show have a paint theme?
It had a very much a paint theme. Paint. What are we should title it? Paint us.
Paint the town white. I don't know.
Oh god damn! What that's no. Dark matter.
Paint us because you ain't us. That should be the theme. That is the best thing ever.
Classic.
Anyways, we are done here.
That is the show. We appreciate everybody showing up. We love you all, but the patrons more. Yep. Patrons, we have already sent out a message for when the patron show is, but as usual, we will send out one more last reminder. So if you're a new patron, you will get that last reminder to get in and watch the next patron show live. For everyone else, you're about to get bombarded pretty soon with a bunch of fucking patron shows, so you can get fully caught up. If you're not a patron, again, jump in on that shit. Time is running out. And for everyone else, thank you. Dark Matter, thanks again for showing up. Drew, excellent show.
Yep.
And we will see you guys next Tuesday. Unless you're a patron, we will see you before then.
Yep. Later.
Night.
Night, guys.